can never play it again. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. I just got distracted.
Now, this is a live show. My apologies for never going and seeing the entire thing.
No
but
worries.
if you could explain why there is a clip of YouTube of a little eating Cheetos out of your pants. Could you explain that for the audience, please?
Miranda was teaching the audience how to sneak food into the movie theater. And so I stuffed a big bag of cheese balls in my pants. Now, I was wearing layers of clothing because throughout the show, initially I would bring up an adult.
Anyways, guys, I'm actually going to be checking out for you the backstory to the worst apology in YouTube history, starting now. You've heard it as background noise. You've seen this a million times. Colleen Ballinger.
Hey, it's been a while since you saw my face.
Now, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off really fucking quick. There's a lot of things that they've said about Miss Ballinger, most of which is probably true. Some of which might be false. But without a shadow of a doubt, the worst thing that Colleen Ballinger did as a content creator is create Adam McIntyre. I'm not kidding you. Yes, whatever horrible thing you're thinking of, Adam McIntyre's continued existence on this platform is worse. And by creating Adam McIntyre, she has done something I could never forgive her for.
I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true, though. Just as long as it's entertaining.
Ooh. So her lawyer said you should not speak about this. And she's like, I know what I'll do. I'll do what I've always done. My name is Miranda Sings, goddammit. And that's exactly what I'm gonna fucking do. And then she walked out and got obliterated. I like to imagine that she walked out of the room where they were planning this thing, and then the Super Smash Bros. Fire blasted it, and it said, like, with that, or, like, you heard, like, the Fighter Z guy go, dramatic finish!
Right? You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation.
She's not even good at singing.
Toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
She was accused of grooming. Yeah, I just realized maybe there's people who didn't know that part. I'm glad that I waited until she got through the first verse of her ukulele solo.
Toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. A couple of screenshots in a document probably would have done better.
I really like you.
Why? A couple of screenshots probably would have been a little more helpful.
In the crash, but hey, at least you're having fun. Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things.
I don't know, where were you when this video dropped? People don't... I didn't remember, like, consuming any of the content related to the story, which I guess, based off of the people who made videos on this, a lot of my friends were saying the same thing, but everyone saw this.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing.
This is a fucking forever meme on the internet. I forgot how iconic this line is.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly...
My team told me I cannot talk about this.
...advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter?
This is peak YouTube, dude.
Mr. Oreo.
This is amazing.
Have to dump $20 just to point out that quirky self-indulgent singing is just bad singing. More you know.
True! All right, come on, hit it.
I am, and...
By the way, after this, she started fucking claiming it and then had to, like, rescind the claims. Yeah, her team was right. Yeah, her team was right. But to be clear, they probably couldn't do anything to help her anyway. She was fucked.
Today, I only want to talk about the facts.
Oh, dude, only the facts. That's why I brought my trusty ukulele.
So, I hope that you'll be willing to listen. Here we go.
Ah!
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping
Thank
up a
you for
dude
hitting the
who
goal.
has a segment on a show
You've
called
earned
Ultimate Rape
another
Review.
goal.
Nick, why? Stop. Bang.
I'm sorry.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans
Ah! Why would you start? Dude, I'm sorry.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was
Do my check. Guilty! 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 Guilty!
more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be
She was like talking about sex and shit with random fans.
besties with
Some of which turned out to be minors, right?
everybody.
That's what I remember. We're gonna find out a lot in a minute.
It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there.
Oh, if you said uncle, that would paint a different story, wouldn't it?
Keeps coming up
Isn't it funny how gender works?
to you and going,
It's kind of like how you go to a family event and you got a really weird uncle who keeps asking you to get in the closet.
like a family gathering.
Yeah, you don't want to be the weird family member.
It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, "Ugh." That was me, but in group chats with my fans. It was weird. I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar orbiter, Nick Oreo.
Thank you.
Mr. Oreo.
Her legal reps must have a stroke when they saw this.
Dude, they're probably like, you know what? You know what, Johnson? We're not taking any more YouTube clients. I've been doing this for 50 years, 50 goddamn years, and not a single one of my clients picked up a ukulele and started singing to their entire audience. We're out of this business, Johnson.
you.
We're going back to hedge funds.
Because of that, I feel like I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
How can you take accountability if nobody knows? Can I ask? How can you take accountability for something that we just found out about yesterday? This is the YouTube conundrum. Something that you have been terrified to get out, like that you knew was going to loom over your career and get you eventually. It's not my fucking fault you didn't tell anybody about it. Oh, I'm sorry it's been bothering you for fucking 6 years. But I'm sorry, this is new to me. This came out, for me, this was 48 hours ago. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, you haven't learned or grown from it. It happened 48 hours ago.
But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
Oh.
The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train steamroll over someone's reputation.
Dude, the fuck happened to Ariana Grande? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry. All right. We're gonna be watching Ready to Glare today. Ready to Glare today. Yeah, Ready to Glare today. Because this is the only YouTuber I know. They were friends? Of course they fucking were, dude. Of course they fucking were. I don't know anyone else who covered this. What do we think about Ready to Glare? Is this video fucking controversial? Because I gotta be honest with you, I don't know anybody else who made a video on this, and I trust Ready to Glare.
My channel. So today we're going to be talking about Colleen Ballinger. Let me be very clear about a few things before we really get into it.
This is why I picked this video. For anyone wondering, this is why I picked this video, to get caught up on what she was accused of. Look.
There is a lot of information out there. I've been keeping my tabs, I've been bookmarking things, I've been watching things. Clearly, when I film, I need to rewatch things. I need to make notes of the minute and second things were said in videos, the screenshots on Twitter, said by who, why, are they reputable, all of that.
This sold me. This part right here, I'm on board. I'm willing to hear you out. All right, we're going to trust and verify. Or we're not going to trust and we're going to verify.
That being said, this is one part of the story, and I'm going to be focusing on Adam McIntyre's part of.
Are you telling me that she does research? I think so. Guys, listen. We only have a few options here. We could watch Trisha Paytas, Adam McIntyre, Cruel World, Happy Mind. What was it? The other one, the 3-hour video, or this. So I'm gonna watch this.
Of the story, mainly because
the
those were the
3-hour
first videos I
video, or this.
came across. I'm most familiar with the information in those videos. However, going forward, if I make other videos about it, I will include everyone else for my own sake in terms of...
Wait, hold on. The Cruel World, Happy Mind video might be entertaining. Here's the problem with that. I'm watching this to get more information. I'm not watching this to criticize the video. So I can't watch Cruel World Happy Mind because I don't know if she's lying. Because I don't know anything about it. That would be a bad opportunity to watch. If I become an expert in the next week, fuck yeah, we'll watch it. But I can't watch a video by somebody who I already don't trust and expect them to tell me the truth.
Of explaining things clearly. However, this is only one part of the story, and I'm not trying to minimize anyone else.
Dude, I wanted him to be like, oh, you're gonna wear a gold fucking Casio? It's kind of gaudy. It's this, it's that, it's another thing. Immediately rip up, it's a fucking ring.
Who has
Wear it on your pinky?
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
True!
Get just a minx on. Get one for your girl.
Could you imagine if I just stopped fucking caring for a segment? I just called Just a Minx, and I asked her to explain Colleen Ballinger to me and just took her word for it?
dealt with Colleen
That would be amazing.
Ballinger. That being said, we are going to talk about Adam McIntyre's videos
Fuck! I don't know. Oh, dude, fuck me.
because there is a lot of information there. And I think Adam McIntyre and his unfortunate story with Colleen Ballinger show, in my opinion, what kind of person Colleen Ballinger is. Now, if you don't know who I'm talking about, Colleen Ballinger, you can look her up. There's not really much for me to say in terms of introduction, except for the fact that she is one of those OG YouTubers. Much like Shane Dawson, it turns out,
There's no way to cover this without talking about Adam McIntyre.
in a lot of ways, where she had a character called Miranda Sings. I was never the target demographic, I don't believe, but this character, Miranda Sings,
I don't think anyone... Who is the targeted fucking demographic for Miranda Sings? Dude, Miranda Sings was the best thing they had at the time because no talented people found the site yet.
was pretty famous on YouTube back in the 2010s. That's really all there is to say. Colleen Ballinger is the real person, Miranda is the character.
Miranda Sings is like Fred Figglehorn. Like, it's the same comedy.
Colleen herself has said that Miranda, the character, often says things that Colleen
Dude, Miranda the character is just like Keemstar, the Twitter account, you know? You can't, the Drama Alert Twitter account and the Drama Alert YouTube channel are two separate entities.
wishes she could
That was Miranda Sings talking to my fans.
say. So if you watch any of those old racist skits, she probably thought some of what she said there too. So first of all, we need to talk about Colleen Ballinger's demographic before I discuss what we're getting into. So
She
you
was on she was on iCarly? What?
understand how serious what I'm talking
Well, listen, Fred Figglehorn had 3 direct-to-DVD movies, all right? And a TV show that lasted like 3 episodes.
about is. Now, Colleen Ballinger's demographic / Miranda Sings demographic
Oh, Fred was. Really?
before I discuss what we're getting into, so you understand how serious what I'm talking about
Thank you, Ready to Glare. I am prepared.
is. Now, Colleen Ballinger's demographic / Miranda Sings demographic, as far as I understand,
Also, why does she look like a gym leader in Pokemon Violet? That's not a negative thing,
Nick just started insulting me.
but she has the
viciously on
aura
Twitter.
of a Pokemon Violet gym leader.
and from what I've seen, has always been not only minors, but what I would call
What?
young teenagers, if that. In my opinion, from what I've seen, it's always been 16 and younger. And when I say 16, I really think it's younger than that. It's like 10, 13 age range. So when we're talking about her content, keep in mind that this is meant for people who definitely cannot drive in America.
Who here does not know what Miranda Sings made?
And if they
And the Fred Figglehorn comment didn't deliver.
can drive, they're
I don't know. Is she going to show a clip here? It's very not good. It's like, unironically, it's brain rot, but not funny. Does that make sense? She makes brain rot, but like if Ted Cruz started making brain rot. Like, imagine if there's like a meme and then Ted Cruz says it on national television. That's Miranda Sings.
probably the outliers of the group because everyone else is vastly younger. 10 to 13, like I said, in my opinion.
Like, if like, I don't find Skibbity Gyat fucking whatever to be hilarious, but it would be worse if Ted Cruz said it, right?
And if you watch the kind of quote-unquote comedy and humor, it won't appeal to most people older than those demographics because, well, first of all, it's not funny to anyone older than those demographics, but also, if you look at her mannerisms, it's clear it's not meant for adults.
Dude, I don't know why. I just... I don't mean to derail. We're derailing way too hard at the beginning of the segment. But when I was thinking of the Ted Cruz thing, for some reason I was thinking of the fucking minerals guy, Hank Schrader from Breaking Bad and all the videos that he had. Do you remember the Hank Schrader cameo shit? Where he would just be like, "Evening primals! Why is EDP445 eating one of them cupcakes, dude?" Those were so fucking good. Those were so fucking good.
Are almost adults. Adam McIntyre made a series of videos about
Why is he naked? What, dude? Why are you sad and naked?
Colleen Ballinger and his own experiences with Colleen Ballinger from fan to quote-unquote employee, and I'll explain what I mean by quote-unquote employee in a second. On April 28th, 2020...
Dude, Smaggle was my fan slash employee. Dude, no shot. I'm not even... I'm totally outing him. I feel bad. Dude, Smaggle, like, leaked something not important. I forgot what it was. He called me, goes, Nick, I hate to say this, Nick. I leaked something, or whatever. And he was, like, all sad about it. I'm like, I don't even remember what, like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even care. Like, he was beating himself up. He's like, oh my god, I did this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? What's wrong with you? I think Smaggle's on break right now.
Adam McIntyre initially made a video discussing Colleen's fucked up behaviors. That video didn't go over well in the sense of, like with a lot of diehard fandoms, I guess, people aren't going to be happy to hear that their favorite is actually fucked up and will defend their favorite to no end. This gets a lot worse if there are other people within the community who are within your age range who also don't support you and turn.
All right, so what have we learned so far? Colleen Ballinger was DMing fans. Oh, Smaggle just DM'd me at 8:06. He's still here. I just put him on blast for no reason. I'm sorry. I thought he was taking a break. My bad. All right, what have we learned? Colleen Ballinger has a really young audience who makes content kind of... I feel like I need to play a Colleen Ballinger clip right now. What is an iconic Colleen Ballinger skit? Let me check out her channel. Colleen Ballinger, sort by old. Oldest. Popular? Okay. Alright, this is a fucking vlog channel, so this is not gonna have what I'm looking for. This is like her pregnancy channel. Popular. Okay, dude, this is like... Is all the content just... like? She has a whole channel for vlogs about giving birth, and then she immediately puts her kid's face on... I don't know. I don't respect it. I don't respect it. Let's see. What is her... This.
Hey guys, happy Friday. So as you can see,
Oh wait, it would be Miranda Sings, right? Is that what I'm missing here? Yeah, I would need the Miranda Sings channel specifically. You can see she's very Quirk Chungus right here, right? Popular. Slime War with JoJo Siwa.
Hey guys, it's me Miranda. So today, lots of
She talks like Kamala Harris.
you asked
Actually, I think Kamala Harris talks like Miranda Sings.
me to do the Kylie Jenner lip challenge. Now I didn't know what this was, but I assumed you want me to do it because of my luncheon's lips.
I can't not hear Kamala Harris.
So I looked it up, and
Kamala Harris like didn't exist in 2023, so I would never have made that connection.
actually is a huge sinner challenge. Because you have to use a freaking shot glass. You know what that's for? It's not for a tea party, I found out.
Like, she hadn't spawned in yet. No, this is bad. Okay, so that person is talking about sex in her DMs with her fans, and I hate to do that. Well, what is the target demographic there? There could be 18-year-olds watching this content. It's like, no, that's literal content for kids, right?
Again.
That's what I got so far. That's what I know coming into this blind. So now we're all at the same level.
Against you, and that's basically what happened. And so the thing with Adam McIntyre, if you watch the videos I'll list below, and there are more than those, but I'm referring specifically to these ones in the description box. The thing is that
all right, I don't know if I should just nuke this person. Somewhere, y'all, Adam just posted another debunk video. You have no comments on the channel. I smelled shit with that reply. That weird self-promo type reply.
the issue started.
I just nuked that guy from orbit.
I'm referring specifically to these ones in the description box. The thing is that the issue started with Colleen treating Adam as if he were a friend, an employee, and also a fan.
All right, we're going to pretend this is a different Adam McIntyre.
Which makes things complicated, and there's a reason that a lot of places, a lot of musicians, comedians, whatever, don't hire fans, because the dynamic is already difficult, let alone if your fan is a whole ass child who shouldn't be employed.
Yeah, how old was Adam McIntyre when they were employed, quote unquote,
in the first place? And also, employed implies payment, which you didn't do for a very long time. And even when you did, I wouldn't really call it payment if you're vastly underpaying someone to the point where it was already.
I'm never gonna forget when people said like Jar must not be paying his employees well, and then he's like, actually I hired people from like the Congo where I can pay them extremely little, but they can use this small amount of money to buy a house. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen before. Because he didn't have to deliver any of that information, that he was like mining potential editors from extremely niche, poor corners of the internet to pay them a quarter. But that's fucking hilarious. He's like, what I'm doing is like $1 million in their currency. It sounds like, unironically, it sounded like Omni-Man explaining to Mark why these animals need their saving, dude.
Illegal.
Mark, we can give them materials thousands of years. we can give them medical care thousands of years ahead of what they have in the Congo. Mark, if we just pay these editors $24 a year, we could give them a life they never would have gotten for themselves.
But it should be, I guess, doubly illegal at that point. She also treated him like a friend, which is part of the issue as well, because when you have a woman who's well in her 30s and then you have a kid, and you're telling this kid your business.
Mr. Marsh Games, I hate to inform you that you're an hour and a half behind. We can't write in Frogan for the Rising Star. This is the Colleen Ballinger segment.
It's like they're your friend, but you also expect them to act like an employee, but you also know that they were and are a fan immediately. And I know people are tired of hearing this conversation over and over.
Oh no. I was like, is this just going to be her talking for 30 consecutive minutes? And I just got a spoiler and I'm worried.
But the power dynamic, and this is a very real thing, especially when we see it between adults and minors, because already between an adult and a minor, the power dynamic is there.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
I'd like to take notice that under the Pokemon Ladies video under suggested there's a video titled, Abandoned Pokemon Saves Are Insane, Coincidence? I think not.
Is this really lolly?
Oh, dude. You know what's another word that I think has been completely ruined for me? Power dynamic. And it was ruined for me like way long ago. Because, dude, power dynamic is inherent in a situation where a grown woman is talking to a minor, right? Obviously, there's a power dynamic. But too many fucking mid-20s girls or whatever have a, like, that's really what it is. It's the Katie Bugs thing. The Katie Bugs, the power dynamic was too large, right? Like, two 20-year-old influencers are fighting each other, being like, oh, dude, my boyfriend or my girlfriend has 1 million fucking concurrent viewers. The power dynamic was huge.
Let alone if one is a fan and the other one is a quote-unquote famous person, which is a gift I'll give.
Like, on one hand, power dynamic does exist in this instance. On the other hand, no shit. Do you need the term power dynamic to describe why an adult shouldn't interact with a minor? Do you need to say there's a power dynamic, or is it not inferred from the conversation? And then all that leaves is like time to misuse the phrase further with situations that don't actually need it.
Give Colleen Ballinger to call.
Like, there are cases, they just don't come up often.
Or a famous person, because that ship has sailed. I think now we
Who is Katie Bugs? Katie Bugs is the George Not Found girl.
Are well into notoriety.
It's a screenshot that goes as following. So in the group chat, at this time, this was 2016, I think I was 14.
It's from like the Minecraft stuff, like in early 2024.
14-ish. I write, my ass
There's a URR episode on it.
Looks good today, y'all. This is how, we were a bunch of kids in this group, so we talked stupidly. This is how we talked. And everyone in the chat...
Dude, Colleen's weenies. And it's not Miranda Sings Wangs, you know, it's Colleen's weenies. My buck teeth came back. Adam, my ass looks so good today, y'all. How are your teeth still straight? do you have the metal ones? Wait, braces? And then Colleen's like, let me see your ass, Adam.
Ignores me because they're like, oh, they're Adam.
This is a group chat? Oh, yeah, it's obviously a group chat. But, like, the people in the group chat are like, my teeth are fucked up. I need braces. And then fucking Colleen's like, let me see your ass, Adam.
Again, they would have their moments as well, right? Colleen comes into the chat after not responding to anything else and goes, pics, Adam.
Why would you ever be in a chat with any of these people?
For me to send pics of my ass. And then I literally say, go away, bitch. So, that was one that was sent to me by one of the girls in the group. Something I'm starting to notice.
Dude, the read on that is insane, because you know at the time he's like, go away, bitch. But then, like, here it's like, go away, bitch, get away from me.
Oh, that was one that was sent to me by one of the girls in the group.
Nicholas the
Something
Goat,
I'm starting
thank
to
you
notice.
for the $5, my man.
We would all be talking in the
This is like Parlo and Internet Adjacent's messages, dude. Stop.
chat, but she would always find a way to make a sexual innuendo towards only you.
Yeah, go away now.
So about me. Like, why is she always stating you by name and then saying it? Because again, there's a lot of screenshots that are going to come out in the next few weeks of Colleen initiating conversations to do with sex or sexual jokes to me, and I would engage in them back. Because, again, I thought that she was the coolest 30-year-old in the entire world, that she would talk to me about sex, and that I learned a lot to do about sex, you know, through her videos and through the Miranda content. And then whenever she would speak...
Through the Miranda content? What the fuck was Miranda Sings making?
...to me about it privately, it just kind of made sense. Now, looking at this as a 20-year-old, I realized...
So yeah, this is what we were kind of going over.
...is that at 14 years old, I was talking to a 30-year-old.
So that's it, 30 years old and 14, and they're talking about sex in a group chat with random fucking people in it.
...about her sex life.
With no age verification, none, that it didn't seem like she wanted to do that. She was fine with talking about this with anyone and everyone.
And she was overexposing me to a lot to do about sex, and whether that was in the case of directly talking about it, talking about things that she had done.
Hey, listen, all right? It's an outfit. Stop insulting this divorced 44-year-old woman right now.
With Josh.
This is Taylor Lorenz's ex-wife that you're talking about right now.
Talking about anything she had done on dates, to talking about Trisha's nudes with me.
Let her wear the shirt, dude.
So, whenever I show you...
What the fuck, that's an outfit? Yeah.
...these next screenshots, I want you to keep in mind that I'm a 14-year-old who feels very comfortable talking to a 30-year-old about sex or anything.
Oh, dude, up until the word sex, it just described the Taylor...
Nicholas the Goat, thank you for the $5,
Up until the
my
word
man.
sex, it described an average Taylor Lorenz Roblox interview.
Whenever I show you these next screenshots, I want you to keep in mind that I'm a 14-year-old who feels very comfortable talking to a 30-year-old.
Dude, can somebody clip this and play this? Dude, I think that, unironically, Ethan needs this soundbite for the next time he talks about Taylor Lorenz's fucking thing.
About sex or anything, because she made...
I'm not going to defend him, but I got a sliver of sympathy. Listen, any that I would have had has dispersed years ago. Okay, I have zero sympathy. Yeah.
Made me feel that I could...
I will condemn with the best of them, but I do not care about Adam.
Talk to her about sex, because she would come to me and talk about that stuff. And here you're seeing a member of the group chat confirming that it was only really me that she would have these sexual innuendos with. I was 14 years old, and she was in her 30s. This is not just me saying it anymore. It's the group chat.
That's outrageous.
Are confirming this. So, in this group chat of my friends who were...
Dude, this person's explaining how they were, like, fucking allegedly groomed by Colleen Ballinger, and my whole chat is like, put away the shirt! Turn off the shirt! Turn it off! Turn off the shirt!
14 to 16. They were older than me, but they were, you know, similar age. I write, y'all, there's a dildo shop beside my hotel. Who wants to get...
Dude, she's sitting there, she's like, what should I talk about today? The Wiggles or the dildo shop that's next door?
Get their orders in, making a joke to my friends who are also the same age as me. Now, to validate what Liv said about Colleen only coming in to be able to make, you know, sexual innuendos to me, or whether she was starting them or engaging with them, here's another example of that.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the time that Scrubby, million sub YouTuber Scrubby, bought Bo Black's a fleshlight, to which Bo Black's claims he's never tried to use.
Colleen goes...
Now, they were all adults, to be clear.
Adam, LOL. I go, is that a yes? She goes, no.
Someone just raised their hand. Dude, this is... Oh my god, please, dude. Please. Can we sell this on a t-shirt? I love this for you. Hold on. Wait. I love this. Can we sell this as merchandise? Holy fuck, dude. This is amazing. This is so me. This is actually fucking... This is awesome. I love that.
That's not my thing. And I, in quotations, write, I have, because you can see in this moment, I'm quoting conversations she's had with me privately about using all of these different things. So me saying I have, in quotation marks, is directly quoting conversations that me and her have had about these things privately. Not those. Oh, so there she basically is confirming that we did have conversations. It would mainly be about...
Dude, my chat's gonna dog whistle the fucking raised hand emoji every time that we want to say a slur.
Latest video.
Oh no.
Only made those comments with Adam? Damn, Colleen has terrible taste in children.
No!
You know, handcuffs that she would have as Miranda, and she would make jokes that she was going to use them with Josh, or role play that she was going to do. I knew a lot about this woman's sex
You're
life
gonna get me canceled.
by the time I was 15, so... She goes, everyone thinks I love dildos because of that video. They aren't the only sex toys in the world, Henny.
Yeah, this is fucking insane. Why did Jay Aubrey not make a video on this?
And I
why didn't June the King drop?
Yeah, we know you use handcuffs because you told they're Mirandas. So there's me confirming as well in the group chat, not knowing that these would ever come out, because I never saw an issue with these in the moment, being 14. I mean, she was just the cool friend that would, you know, had no boundaries with.
Yeah, I gotta be real with you, dude. Dude, that's how people always see it. The reality is that these people are not cool. These are fucking total losers. Like, pathetic freaks. Dude, if you look at this on one hand, let's remove the whole grooming aspect entirely and just think about it as, like, a casual interaction. A fucking 30-year-old person who's hanging out with, like, 18 or 19-year-olds would be viewed as a bit of a loser. Right? If, like, all the people they interact with are, like, 18, 19, 20, 21... Maybe not 21, because at least you can go to bars and do adult activities. But if you're in your 30s hanging out with people who can't get a drink, dude, at that point, you're like, this is like a pathetic fucking loser. There are probably, I'm not going super hard, because there's probably, like, examples where it wouldn't be the case. Like, if you're, I guess... stuck hanging out with your, like, little brother or something, maybe. Why? Like that. I'm not trying to, like, go after every single person, but for the most part, if the people that you hang around with are 18, 19, in your 30s, you're probably a fucking loser. In this case, we're going years younger, and she's talking about, like, sex with them. Or, like, there's no reason to do this as a content creator, that you need a group chat full of, like, your weird fans, like, your parasocially obsessed fans. So that's, like, another whole dynamic added on top of it.
I always do the possible.
Me, I guess. Here I'm literally quoting that she would talk about using handcuffs, you know, sexually.
Nick, you're a 32-year-old who hangs out on streams with 20-somethings. Well, that's where you're wrong, okay? I'm a 45-year-old who is discommunicated with the majority of my community, who streams by himself.
That she also used for Miranda. So literally all my messages here are, like, proving the point that I'm trying to make right now. And then she goes...
Thank you! Thank you, fake name.
I'm gonna head to bed, have fun on vacay Adam, XOXOXO. Because she was very comfortable having these conversations with me, and I'm so glad that the other members of Weenies are now coming out and being like, yeah.
Dude, Weenie Hut Generals, dude. Weenie Hut Juniors. I'm so happy the other Weenies are coming out to tell their side of the story.
Because she was very comfortable having these conversations with me, and I'm so glad that the other members of Weenies are now coming out.
I'm not 45 years old, guys. Dude, Willie Mac Show one time tweeted out, it's my 53rd birthday, and people were like, wow, dude, you look super young for your age. Like, they just believed him.
And being like, yeah, she just kind of always spoke sexually to Adam, or had no problem, you know, with these conversations with
Dude, all the other Weenies came out, dude, and they were just like, yeah. She was really fucking creepy to that 14-year-old kid.
Adam, and, you know,
Nicholas DeOrio,
for me then being like, oh, we were also having them in private, and it was very uncomfortable and very weird. For them to confirm it makes me feel less crazy talking about this, so I appreciate especially Liv speaking up, and Becky and Ramsey, and everyone in the group.
Something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Why?
that have confirmed that she did have these conversations with me whenever I was around the age of 14 and she was in her 30s.
So in this weird behavior with Adam McIntyre, we see on full display Colleen's behavior towards a minor. So here it was Adam, right? But generally speaking, to me, if you're acting some type of way with one minor, I'm not saying you act that way with all minors, but to me it says that you don't really have a very clear sense of boundaries, because
you have no boundaries, and it's not just like you're interacting privately with a minor, you're doing this publicly, essentially, because I don't care if it's a private group chat, bro. It's fucking fans.
I always do the possible.
It's an extension of you as a content creator. It's happening as close to the public space as you could possibly be. There's no expectation of privacy in a group chat full of fans that you don't know.
The idea would be that you tell
why
no 13-year-old about your sex life when you're 30. So if you do tell one 13-year-old about your sex life, what is stopping me from thinking you won't tell any other? Because clearly that boundary is not there for you. You don't see the issue. And that is profoundly alarming, because I wonder how many people are out there who have had God knows what kind of interaction. There's also another weird moment where she discusses her sex life in detail with minors. Again, let's remember, her main core demographic is minors. The people in her group chats are minors. So there is really no one that she should be telling that are her fans regardless, even if they're adults. I feel like that's a little bit weird.
Dude, I can't get the South Park skit out of my head when fucking Randy... Dude, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where they pull him into the police station, like, Randy, your content is making, like, inappropriate content with minors. And then they just went through a bunch of naked adult coal miners. And they're fucking... Dude, that was the stupidest fucking joke I've ever seen. But yeah, it was in the Paramount special.
Specifically here, because her main demographic is minors, because the people in group chats are minors, there's no one she could be talking to here where it's appropriate to talk about your kinks. There's just no place for that.
And it's not even an assumption that there are minors in the group chat, because Adam is the minor. Even if there's one minor, it's still horrific.
And on that...
It's still outrageous to do that, yeah.
Same note of talking...
But there obviously isn't just one minor, to be clear.
...to a group chat of children, like I mentioned before, who was called the Weenies. That was the name of the group chat. So I know the names of group chats are references to inside jokes, whatever. When you have a group chat with minors, which are...
Dude, it's still called the Weenies, bro.
Arguably you should...
That's a bad look.
...have in the first place, no matter what, because why do you need to interact with them? Why can you not do that openly in the comments? Why do you need a private place to interact with minors? That's what I want to know, because inevitably it's going to become messy. Like, even if she were a saint and completely innocent, all it takes is for two of the minors there, who might be the same age, to start talking about sexual shit. And anything of that nature, you should not be involved in, you should not be close to. I just don't know.
There's so many things that could have been done to prevent this from happening. One, Miranda could have just not been a creep. That's the free space. Two, Miranda could have not been in a fucking group chat with parasocial fans. Three, Miranda could have been like, I don't know, like slightly fucking, like have like two brain cells hit, like rubbing against each other, bro. And maybe not, like, maybe stop it, maybe say something in the moment, maybe realize what's happening is weird. No, that was too much work.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
I listened to Jim's response to Mr. Man she had last night. Oh, Mr. Man she, so Bo Blacks? With you playing Rainbow Rick? Wait, what? Oh... Wait, Mr. Medicare made a response to Bo Blacks?
Know how you think this through, I guess you don't, and come out thinking, oh yeah, it's a good idea for me to be around a bunch of minors. Especially with the content that she made, which was strongly based on innuendos, which again, your audience is minors.
I was literally in DMs talking to children about sex. Here's one.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I know who this is. I don't know why I know who this is. Oh my god, I know who this is. Cody Rants is like the YouTube equivalent. Who's the one from iCarly who locked them in the basement and got like arrested? What is that fucking character? Nora. She's like Nora Dershowitz on YouTube. Yeah. That's a good one. Nora Dershowitz. That's the best way I can... Yeah, okay. I don't remember what she did or why I hate her, but I swear to God, it wouldn't be for no reason.
Literally in DMs talking to children about sex. Here's one.
Like, Nora Dershowitz might be right this time, but she's still very Noah. Not fucking Nora.
Are you a virgin?
Okay. So, I never thought these messages would get out, but that was to me. These messages were to me. In our group chat with Colleen, we were in a group chat called the Weenies.
Wait, you said Eugenia's in his chat? Holy shit, wait, you're right. Eugenia Cooney was just in the chat. Because they're saying, hi, Eugenia. What the fuck?
sex. Here's one. Are you a virgin?
Okay. So, I never thought these messages would get out, but that was to me. These messages were to me.
Do you think this is Adam before the clout hit his bloodstream? Like, this might be the only lucid video of Adam we'll ever see? Because he's not, like, playing a character here. He just seems kind of bummed out.
That was to me. These messages were to me. In our group chat with Colleen, we were in a group chat called the Weenies. And I wrote in the group chat and said, I'm doing a YouTube Q&A and I need questions. And Colleen was like, so this was like 2017, 2016. So I would have been like 15 or something like that, 15-ish. And I was like, innocently, fuck me. But even then, I mean, you know, stan mentality, but even just on a baseline of how it went. So I wrote in the group chat and was like, and by the way, look at this, Adam, you need questions for your Q&A? Are you a virgin? And
That's so fucking gross, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude. That's fucking... Dude, we're talking about hypotheticals where the minor says something weird and the adult has to shut it down. But dude, the minors are like, hey, I need help with my Q&A video. And Colleen Ballinger's like, are you a virgin? Jimmy's mom says that.
Then she goes on.
This is Colleen in a group chat with children. They're called the Weenies.
She goes,
like, she's the one who's making it happen, yo.
Do you need questions for your Q&A? When my friends would be like, you know, what's your opinion on Mariah's new song or something? So she goes, are you a virgin?
If you're in the Colleen Ballinger fandom, you
Is
know.
Doc you a virgin?
She's also asking.
And she asked me what my favorite
sex position is. Why would so many people be Googling that?
Now, if that doesn't validate any of the stories that she would be talking openly about her sex with her ex-husband to me, then I don't know what will. Or...
I mean, like, what the fuck, dude?
Or speaking about, you know, sex with her, you know, boyfriend at the time whenever she was on her Hawaii trip. I don't know what will. That literally in a group chat of a lot of people, she was asking me questions about my sex life at 15. And by the way,
it gets worse until you get to the gifts. Yeah, that's another thing. I heard that Colleen sent Adam lingerie in the mail.
These messages...
It wasn't her defense, is it like, yeah, it was underwear, but I didn't wear them first. Wasn't that the thing?
Were not even leaked by me. Someone in that...
Oh, it was used? I thought the argument was that it wasn't used.
Group chat started leaking all of this stuff because someone else in this...
It was supposed to be used, like that was the joke or whatever, but then she actually mailed underwear to a minor.
Chat knew that this was wrong.
And this whole sexual streak that goes on isn't really a one-off. First of all, because...
Okay, we'll find out what it actually was. I thought it was supposed to jokingly be like, oh, you can win underwear, but then she actually fucking mailed underwear. Which both of those are weird, but obviously mailing the underwear is weirder.
Because it's repeated behavior. But aside from that, the titles of her videos were overtly sexual at some points, and then they got changed. Either for scandal reasons, like now, or even just for monetization's sake due to YouTube's consistently changing rules. So initially, a lot of these titles were just openly out there being innuendos or fucking weird.
Some of the titles used to be
Receiving dirty parties. I hate sexual activity. Sexual experiences with a fan. My favorite sex noise. Corey's package X-rated. Jesus.
Bailey, where the title is Girl on Girl Action or Sexy Pole Dancer, and the thumbnails are of her young niece. And she has since changed them to just
Ew.
Chris.
Okay, yeah, I know why people hate her now. That's fucking weird.
Chris Vlog and Xmas Vlog. We have this one with her nephew, where she says Healthy Balls with Chef Jacob, or these titles called How to Write a Child or flat out I'm a
I see why Adam is smiling here. He's holding the kill shots.
Okay.
So, like I said, she ended up treating Adam like an employee as well, which, again, we return to the...
Yeah, this really... I'm shocked that the second half of the segment is her coming back. I feel like you can't come back from this.
Fact that Adam was a child. So, treating him like an employee in the first place, I don't know how you consistently, every single day, ask a young teenager what to post on Twitter and why, and have them explain demographics, audiences, reception of your tweets, and not for a second stop and think this person is a third of my age, also cannot be legally employed, also they're a fan. So all of it, no matter what perspective you look at it in, there's something fucked up there. Whether we're looking at the legality of employment or we're...
All right, ready to glare? All right, I understand that we have to hit the approved talking points of like, also they're a fan. But in this case, I think minor is probably like the 98.2% here, you know? Yes, it's a 30-year-old talking to a minor who can't legally have a job. Okay, yes. And they're a fan. No, well, yeah, I guess. Like, the fan thing is... It's like 99-1, though, where the fan is the 1% of the problem.
We're looking at just the fan talent dynamic. I don't know how people around you don't tell you
It's a child. We could just say it's bad. We don't have to...
anything, and if you have to hide it from people around you, maybe ask yourself why that is. So in terms of Adam being an employee, quote unquote...
Also, the fact that they're a super fan of a creator or whatever the fuck is also a larger problem because they're a minor, right? There are fanatical people at like 25 to 30, right? But usually those people are kind of weird, you know? Most people are not insane parasocially obsessed about a given influencer at the age of 25. It doesn't really be, it's not really a huge issue. That's why I hate this fan thing. Because the majority of people the fan thing would affect are minors.
So there were tweets being made, and
there's already a word for that.
Every time Adam tweeted, he would have to run it past Colleen. Colleen would approve it, and there you go. So
where was his mom? All right, we do the where was his parents, what was his parents doing thing all the time. But I think there are cases where that's more important. Listen, even if your parents are divorced and you're living with your grandmother, it doesn't mean that you should be talking about sex with Miranda Sings in a group chat called the Weenies, right? Even if you have no relationship with your family or you have the best mother in the whole wide world, Miranda Sings should not be talking about dildos with you in the group chat.
The major moments specifically regarding this quote-unquote employment is in terms of a tweet made about Meghan Trainor. Now, Adam...
Yeah, parents don't always know, and you can even go after parents for not knowing, but ultimately the issue here lands solely on Miranda's shoulders. Or fucking whatever the fuck her at. Colleen Ballinger, Miranda Sings.
Dude,
it's firmly on her character's shoulders.
This tweet by Colleen Ballinger. So Colleen was hyping up this tweet about like big news, big announcement, and then the big announcement was a joke being like, I'm coming out as a Meghan Trainor fan.
And also today, if you want to tweet about an announcement coming out and say a time, and then at that time, post the Meghan Trainor coming out tweets, people will find it really funny at the trolling. They didn't. I'm posting the next episode of Quarantine tomorrow. Should I start teasing that? And should I post the Animal Crossing on both accounts now? I would post them now. Remember the pic of you and Flynn.
How did this person get fucking famous? They thought doing a parody coming out tweet would be the funniest thing on Twitter.
Post them one.
Yeah, of course they got fucking steamrolled for that.
And about
Do you remember when, Turkey Tom had like a picture like that go viral, and everyone wanted to kill him.
Quarantine promo, I would do that after doing the Meghan Trainor series of tweets. People will be tagging their friends in that and sharing it in group chats because it's really weird. And then boom, you have promo for your video. It's all about getting the overall numbers up for your final promo tweet. This is why I'm slow to respond sometimes. Then I say that I have a folder on my MacBook called Miranda Tweets, and she goes, "It's my dream." I post it on my story to promote the new Insta post, and I go, "That's what I'm here."
His mom knew they were friends. Regardless, though, again, yeah, even if you have the worst parent on planet Earth who's completely oblivious and letting their child, like, even if your parents knowingly let their fucking kid get groomed, for example, I mean, I still think the issue here is firmly on the shoulders of Colleen Ballinger. Well, not that issue, because I made that up, but, like, if that did happen, in this hypothetical, I guess.
For the amount of people you're confusing with your tweets is bringing back retro Miranda and how the social media was always. This won't play, whatever it is. And I go, "Are you planning on posting your thumbnail or snippet?"
Well, it's arguable.
And she goes, "I don't know, depends on what I have time to do." And I go, "Okay, well, if you do the announcement at
So Adam lied? No, I don't think Adam lied about anything. These screenshots are all real as far as I'm aware, right?
a blank time, then the Meghan Trainor tweets, then the screenshots, and then the thumbnail, and then the video." And she goes, "I don't understand what you're saying about Meghan." And I go, "Okay, so she asked me to reiterate the Meghan Trainor tweet. So I reiterate this tweet."
Nicholas, the GOAT. I appreciate that.
I don't like Adam, but I'll defend his parent. I don't think you should defend Adam's parents. I don't know anything about Adam's parents. Do you know more about me? Like, do you know more about Adam's parents than I do? They could be great parents, they could be horrible parents, but, like, I don't know, dude. 15-year-old kids hanging out with interacting with a 30-year-old woman. Now, again, I assume they didn't know anything about it because it's like an online thing, but I don't know. I would be throwing up red flags if a 30-year-old woman wants to meet a 15-year-old kid, right?
If you do it and say that you have an announcement, and then, which is what happened, then tweet that the Meghan...
I think his mom viewed it as more innocent as it was. I'm sure that's probably what she thought. It's a 30-year-old woman and a 15-year-old kid, right? Dude, take yourself out of your shoes for a second. Forget Adam McIntyre. Forget Miranda Sings. Forget Colleen Ballinger. Life is better. You don't know who these people are, right? Let's say a 30-year-old musician has taken a liking to a 15-year-old girl. And the parents thought, well, this musician just thinks that my daughter is extremely talented with tweeting and marketing and knowing what the kids are after. Like,
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Please, just say Jimmy's mom, or make fun of Adam in Carl's voice. Bang.
Thank you. Now, in this hypothetical, would you say, well, I don't really necessarily blame the mother. She didn't know how predatory this could become, or she didn't know that she thought this was more innocent. I think that there's a gender gap here that we're not able to engage with, I guess.
Trainer tweets that I sent you of you coming out as a Meghan Trainor fan with those edited pictures. And she goes, "When should I do that?"
Yeah, like, everybody thinks it's creepy when Drake is giving, like, dating advice to Millie Bobby Brown. And you know why they think that? Because it's fucking creepy, dude. It's really fucking creepy.
She threw me under the bus behind the scenes, saying that I was trying to take her down because of this tweet. And she has now gotten me to reiterate this tweet 3 times and has now said, "When should I post it?" So when everything goes wrong, and I was made to feel crazy and made to feel like I set her up, and she was in group chats with Corey saying that that was my end goal and that was my end plan and stuff, and then no one's believing me. I didn't, you know. So I send the edit.
What the fuck?
with whatever caption you want, but imply a huge announcement coming in 15 minutes. And then, 15 minutes after, the Meghan Trainor tweets.
Alright, we're moving up ahead here. So...
For dirty work for her.
He was on all the dating apps the day after I broke up with him. Tell me... So this is all the stuff about, like, dumping relationship shit in a fucking fan's DMs.
which is why a lot of people do not like me on the internet from this time period because they associate.
You know what's a good power dynamic example that I really don't like? Boogie2988 would constantly jump in his fans' DMs and be like, oh, dude, I'm so glad you're a fan, but unfortunately you follow these bad accounts and you make me want to kill myself. That's like a weird... That's a power dynamic that I would call out. That's like a gross one. It doesn't have to do anything with a minor, because obviously that's implied, right? Boogie would, like, jump in his fans' DMs and then talk about offing himself. And he did that a lot. That was, like, a crazy weird... Because, like, oh, this is the fun uncle of the internet kind of guy that you had. And then he'd be in your DMs, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
With my behavior at that time, even though I was 14, 15, 16.
He did that to, like, so I had like 2 interactions with Boogie. I really didn't know who he was. And then he messaged me the day of the Frank Hassel stuff. I leaked all this stuff. You can go find it. But yeah, he was just like, if I fucking shoot myself in the head with Frank outside, I need you to tell my story, Nick. It's like, I don't even know who the fuck you are. We've talked twice.
She was making me do this. All right. So then I open up to her by the bakery and I go, oh, but I'm saying too much now. And she goes, no, you're not. You've said nothing. So try again. I just gave you boiling hot tea and you gave me nothing. Come on, queen. So what I told her wasn't good enough. So she tells...
Also, why did Colleen Ballinger spell it like cum? Like C-U-M-M.
Tells me...
Why is she doing that? Why is this her whole personality?
What the hell, I just gave you something really good. Give me more. And then I say about Josh apparently being on gossip sites, blah, 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 blah. But there's her being like, no, you're not. You've literally told me nothing. So sorry, full stop, try again. Wait, stuff we would do in front of him when we hang out together, the 3 of us never hung out, about Eric, Josh, and Colleen. Haha, it's just shocking how often he makes shit up and people believe him. And like, it's 2018. Why is this still a thing?
Could you imagine being the person that Colleen Ballinger is talking about, finding out now that she's getting canceled because she was venting about your relationship to a child on fucking Instagram? Imagine the ego trip that you would go on finding out that somebody went fucking ballistic and started texting all of their weird fucking relationship shit to a child, and it ruined their career.
Her girlfriend has to deal with him always talking about me. It's so weird. He can't fathom that maybe he treated me terribly and that's why I left. He's so cocky that he thinks the only way a woman would leave him is if they cheated. And I go, he's a weird one.
You know, like, you almost have to sit down for a second and think about the fact of, why is this 30-plus-year-old woman asking this teenager about her ex-partner and what he's up to? Like,
so thank you very much to Ready to Glare. If you want to finish this video, Colleen Ballinger, another OG YouTuber exposed. It's on her channel from 2 years ago. You can find it here. I'll link it in the description when I cover this. But that's not our only stop today. I wanted to see some more community reactions, and there's another half of a video we're going to watch as well. This is to the song. Actually, let's get one more look at the song. Uh-oh. Colleen, you look a little different. Something's a little different here about Colleen. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I'm not sure this is this Colleen? Oh, okay, yeah, it's Colleen. We're good.
Recently, people've been spreading rumors that I'm some kind of creepy groomer. I'm not creepy, I'm like your quirky aunt who sometimes makes you stick your hand down her pants.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. His voice is better. His voice is better.
This is just a joke she likes to do, and sometimes she shows you her friends' nudes. It's not incest, there's no one she would molest. No, she's just being weird, she's not someone you should fear. These are just jokes, she doesn't mean to offend. Can your auntie come over and spend some time with your friends?
Okay, this is fucking fire. Go watch the rest of this on the chat. Dude, I have to show you, we're actually going to take a look here at Ryan Beard's video, going over the ukulele song, which kind of capstones this whole thing off. I gotta be honest, that fucking song is fire. That fucking Ryan Beard song is fire.
Ryan, Colleen Ballinger just put out an apology video. And YouTubers put out apologies all the time. I know.
Why is this so fucking dramatic?
Apology video. And YouTubers put out apologies all the time. I know, but she's apologizing for exploiting children.
Dude, this is this is me when Smaggle sends me a topic.
Apologies all the time. I know, but she's apologizing for exploiting children. Well,
this is literally me in the chair when Smaggle's like, Nick, you gotta cover this story.
That's not good, but unfortunately that's pretty common with YouTubers too. You don't get it. Listen, in the apology video, she's playing the ukulele the entire time. What? You're lying. I wish I was. She can't do this. Apologizing while playing the ukulele? Cringe levels this high have never been seen before on YouTube. I know,
Dude, Coach Red Pill used to film his videos like this.
Don't know why.
He would have like 50 camera angles, but Coach Red Pill would be like... Coach Red Pill would do these kind of camera angles, and his video would be like, I fucked a fat girl one time. Do you remember that? Is that video lost to the internet? That is one of the most... I'm sorry, hold on. Coach Red Pill... Fat women. It was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen, but I think it's long gone, dude. Is it... Yeah, dude. Oh my god. This is one of the... I'm sorry, this is a crazy tangent. This is one of the most ridiculous videos. Watch this intro. You're gonna get sunlocked.
I fucked a fat girl one time.
That's the fucking... Dude, opening frame.
Fucked a fat girl one time. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, what is this fucking cinematography? He's got multiple cameras. Dude, look how many fucking cameras this guy's pointed at himself, dude.
And I'm not...
It looks like he's in the fucking science lab.
Talking like, you know, she was sort of like chubby or a bit of a porker. No. I'm talking about like a fucking whale. I mean, like an orca. I mean, like she was...
Dude, look at the camera angles here, dude.
Shit that you do.
Why does he kind of look like evil deep pocket monster from this angle?
When you're young. Yeah, at that time, carry out before...
Dude, this guy's doing outtakes of the time he had sex with a fat woman.
Your list of sexual escapades that you want...
He's dead, by the way. He got killed in a Ukrainian prison. Well, sorry, he got COVID in a Ukrainian prison and died.
Why would she...
That's not me saying that I think something else happened. I forgot what happened, and it was COVID.
She do this? It doesn't even benefit her! I guess this...
Alright, we're gonna jump ahead to the actual video.
That don't apply to most millennials, but if there were a spokesperson for the most millennial, I think Colleen Ballinger would be that person. Now, I think it's pretty fucking obvious that choosing to play the ukulele in this video was a horrible choice.
Well, no, it was the only choice because they told her not to speak.
Pretty much.
So she used singing, which was it's her, yeah, Miranda sings, like, so it's like...
Every commentary YouTuber under the sun has agreed that this is the worst apology video of all time. So I'm more interested in the question of why? Why would she choose to do this? Like, there's no way that she thought this was the best move for her.
No, she absolutely did. These people are insane.
Her career. I can't imagine her thinking that all of the sponsors that decided to stop working with her would be like, well, she was accused of...
Oh my god, wait, I just realized. That's Deep Pocket Monster up here, right? That looks just like Coach Red Pill. Now that do you guys see it? I didn't even plan that. He's right there. Sorry.
Grooming kids, but she did play the ukulele, so I guess we have to reconsider. And there's no way that she thought this would gain her some sort of like widespread sympathy, because I feel like she's smart enough to know that responding to child abuse allegations by playing the ukulele would turn her into a laughingstock.
No, they don't know this. They're insane. They're absolutely crazy.
So in my
she probably has a PR firm that was hired that threw their hands up in the air and quit.
Opinion, she didn't do this for the money. She didn't do this to gain people's favor. She did this because she has legitimately deluded herself into thinking that she's some sort of...
Holy fuck, dude! Well, I guess holy fuck would be the proper verbiage.
Martyr.
Noun.
That she's the latest...
No, adjective.
Victim of cancel culture, and that she needs to take a stand.
I'm tweaking? You think I'm tweaking?
Against the oppressive teenagers on Twitter that are being mean to her. Sometimes celebrities are just willing to
Wait, guys, you don't understand. Her PR team was only 13 years old. Thank you, FunnyVid16, for the iconic joke that I just said.
to throw away their entire career if it means standing up to the people that they think have wronged them. Does cancel culture go too far sometimes? Yes, obviously, but when you're being accused of child abuse, that is not the time to pull out the cancel culture card. But hey, when a white woman decides that she wants to go on a self-righteous crusade about how she's the real victim after she hurt children, I say we pop a bag of popcorn, sit back, and enjoy the show.
Holy shit, dude. What the fuck, bro? Alright, give me all the info, Ryan. You got all, give me it all quickly info.
To a minor.
Trisha, Colleen, and I used to send your OnlyFans pics. Wait, what? Trisha, Colleen, and I. Okay, dude, the comma is an amazing piece of literary fucking. Trisha, Colleen, and I used to send your OnlyFans pics and videos and make fun of how you looked. By the way, I was 15. Colleen was in her 30s.
Now the next question is: did Colleen allegedly commit any crimes? Well,
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Illegal. Did Colleen allegedly commit any crimes? Well, it's illegal to solicit unpaid labor from minors, it's illegal to ask minors to send you obscene images, and it's illegal to send minors obscene images of adults. Now, Colleen...
Dude, this is it, bro.
Child abuse live on Twitch.
might say that she didn't actually want this minor Adam to send a picture of his ass and that this was just a joke, but the just a joke defense usually doesn't hold up very well in court when it comes to asking minors for obscene images. But in my opinion, the most damning allegation against Colleen is that she showed Trisha Paytas's nudes to a minor.
See, that's wrong for two reasons.
If this is true, this is a federal crime that could and should land her in prison. This should go without saying, but there is no excuse for adults to be showing pornography to minors.
Literally, yeah, in any context ever.
And the fact that she responded to these types of very serious allegations by playing the ukulele.
And I think I heard now recently, even in the current response, I don't think she addresses Trisha, which is probably the only time in history that I'm going to say this. You probably should address Trisha Paytas. That seems to be the main thing, right? That's probably the most important one this time. Look, I don't like Trisha. You should probably address Trisha, though.
Haley is one of the craziest things anyone has ever done on the internet. Alright, I think that's enough explaining the situation. Let's get to what you...
Is it me or your voice sounds low? Yeah, I was all the way over here. I'm talking with a different tone now, so you know that I'm far away, but if I just talk like this, you just won't be able to hear me.
Came here for.
Hey, it's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break.
Alright, we've seen this. It's horrific. Oh my god. Yeah, this is not a normal person.
You're mad that people on the internet are believing things that aren't true. But the thing is, almost everything that I mentioned has evidence to back it up. So, if you want to say that these allegations aren't true, then you should provide some sort of evidence that proves that my evidence is somehow fabricated. But for some reason, you've decided not to do that. You've just decided to sing a little ukulele tune. I wonder if that means that maybe the allegations are accurate. I guess we'll never know.
Well, today we're gonna find out. We got new information to drop. I can't believe that he's reacting to the song like a Genius article.
It's pretty catchy, because if you're gonna respond to child grooming allegations through song, it better be fucking catchy. So, I agree that the internet is toxic, And one of the toxic things about the internet is that there aren't proper protections in place to keep children safe. And you took advantage of that toxicity by getting minors into a group chat with you and having inappropriate conversations with them. And you also weaponized these children to go harass people who spoke out against
Dude, she weaponized the children.
you.
She gave the...
So you actually love the toxicity of the internet until that
I think these people are weird. They go on crazy power trips because the children are the ones who are like huge. Like, it's the fan thing that I said, right? Like, they're fanatical fucking because they're children.
toxicity came around.
So they'll go around, they'll use your fucking profile pic, they'll go harass people on your behalf.
Then bit you in
They go on crazy power trips because these people like fucking worship the ground that they walk on.
the ass. Are there some toxic people on the internet that take things too far? Obviously, but sitting here and complaining about how toxic the internet is after being accused of abusing children would be like, I don't know, being in court for example, sending nudes to minors and getting up on the stand and being like, "Oh, Your Honor, the legal system is
This is the fucking diabolical at it.
just so toxic." Because, yeah, the legal system in America is toxic, and there are a ton of problems with the legal system. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We are talking about how you committed crimes and hurt children.
Hi, everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my...
Alright, I cannot listen to her sing anymore.
Says, "It's not weird that I gave this to children."
Ugh.
Or she locks her phone in a box and then says, "When I open this box, all of the nudes that I sent to children will be magically deleted."
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest.
Do you have any counter information that you can showcase to prove why these are doctored or something or anything like at all?
It's more of a
You got like a screenshot to work with here?
loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
Yeah, it's not normal.
It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like,
you know how I go on rants saying I keep my DMs closed because I don't want people to interact with me? She keeps her DMs open, not because she wants to bait harassment like Dark Viper AU. She just genuinely wants to talk to like a group chat of 100 fucking teenagers. I cannot even begin to try to understand why anyone would subject themselves to talking to a group chat of fanatical fucking fans, let alone doing any of the things that she actually did in that group chat.
"Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like,
Is it crazy to me that just the concept of being in a group chat with that many fans is like weird enough?
that was me.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, she's just like a loser aunt. We all have that one loser aunt who you're sitting at Thanksgiving dinner with and she leans over and says,
Like, every YouTuber that I know is like, all right, dude, this is getting like to be a bit too much, right? Like I'm getting messages here, and here. My phone's constantly going off. Dude, Miranda Sings is like, I'm going to hop in a group chat with a bunch of teenagers who are going to blow up my phone 24 hours a day. Like, legitimately, who would want that?
"Hey kiddo, put your hand in my pants. I
Oh, God.
put some cranberry sauce in my coochie. You're gonna scoop it out and show it to everybody and everybody will laugh. It's hilarious." What? No, it's not weird. This is a family tradition. Last year, Uncle Jimmy put a baked potato up his taint and it took the kids 2 hours to find it. Come on, it's funny. Don't be such a
Yeah, so she did weird shit at her show, too. There were clips of that. I don't think we need to see them, though.
Sassy, saying that we don't actually care if you take accountability, we just want to destroy you. I actually would appreciate if you took accountability for your actions, but that's not what you're doing in this song. You are just being incredibly defensive and dismissive.
Alright, I think we get it, right? You think we get it? This is the pop culture chat thread going over her fucking response. Colleen right now. He didn't say I couldn't sing. Saying I've changed my behavior and took accountability while strumming a ukulele is something else. The part about being harassed for her past, like, bro, you were sexting kids. Allegedly, I guess. I don't have the screenshots. I don't have the scrolling proof in my hand, I guess. Everything I've learned about Colleen Ballinger is against my will. Based in Epic. Y'all, she was told not to speak on this, but her theater kid brain kicked in and said, yeah, I could sing about it. That's crazy. This ain't all too well. 10-minute version, girl. You groomed kids. I don't think anything will beat this comment on the video. Jesus. YouTube Drama posted that she made another update saying that she was quitting YouTube. That came out, I believe, like a year ago now, right? Isn't that at least like a year ago? 9 months ago? Yeah, it's around there. It's probably because there's talk of a new law being proposed in California that creators who feature kids have to have money set aside. Wait, what? Other family channels been leaving California. Oh. So wait, they created like a thing wait, they put a law in to protect family vlogging YouTubers? That's good. They should do that. I'm all for litigating family vloggers or whatever, people who like make a shitload of money off of their kids. Yeah, a percentage of that should be like, if you're going to do that, you should pay for their college. And it should be like in writing that you can't get rid of it. Or spend it. She should have quit a year ago. Wait, was she posting after it? Yeah, really? Oh, it stopped for a few months. Okay. And the cameo from the Toxic Gossip Train couch. It belongs in a museum. All right, guys. That is the backstory to Colleen Ballinger. Now, we're going to take a look at all the new stuff here. Colleen Ballinger is back with That's So Raven. I'm not kidding you. That's Raven Simone from That's So Raven. And they're conducting an interview so she can tell, not sing, her side to all the allegations. I'm not kidding you. This is happening. We're watching it. I'm pretty excited. I want to hear her actually explain. I guess nothing, because apparently the Trisha stuff doesn't come up. But yeah, let's take a look here. Holy fuck, dude.
Today,
What's happening to Ultimate Crossover? Colleen Ballinger drama featuring Raven Simone from That's So Raven going in.
Sitting down with Colleen Ballinger, actress, comedian, and YouTuber best known for her character Miranda Sings.
This is crazy.
If you were anywhere online in 2023, you probably saw Colleen's name trending. It's because she was accused of crossing personal boundaries with fans, some of whom were minors, and the response was intense.
She posted.
Is this not fucking crazy to anybody else? Is this a fucking fever dream? YouTube is fucking... It strikes me like YouTube's fucking mainstream, and I need to get over it, because this is nuts.
Posted a response video that made the whole situation blow up even more. And what followed was one of the biggest public cancellations we've seen in a while.
This is actually the first time that we're meeting Colleen, and we've decided to...
I feel like this is a horrible idea, but I mean, I can't imagine them getting good press for interviewing her.
Do it now because we feel like enough time has passed for reflection and learning and for a real conversation behind...
Okay, reflection and learning needs to happen. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you can't do a doctor's call for that.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
This is a public
Raven
controversy.
Got that Chicago Beetlejuice look going on.
Like, I gotta be honest with you. You can't just leave for 8 months and go, I'm different now, and everyone's just gonna believe you and support you. If it happens away from it might as well have not happened.
Behind the headlines.
Is she gonna get on here and say I went to therapy? I might just shut the segment off and go to bed. If she goes, I went to therapy, I'm better now, I'm done.
Easy to form opinions based on what we see online, but harder to sit down face to face and ask questions about what's really happened, what someone's taken from it, and how they're moving forward.
Our goal isn't to revisit every detail, but to understand the human side of the story that became very public.
So today, Colleen is here to share her perspective in her own words, to share what she's learned, what she regrets, and what she hopes all of us take away from it now.
And we're here to listen.
Here's our...
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I have very high hopes for what we're about to listen to. I didn't pre-watch any of it. All right? I based the entire stream around it. If this sucks, I'm going down with the ship.
Conversation with Colleen Ballinger.
You know, now that I'm a mom, obviously every choice I make, I think about how it could affect my children.
What was that? After you film the pregnancy, film the birth of the child, put your baby's face everywhere all over social media? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm being pessimistic. Sorry.
And I wish that I went into my interactions with my fans with that same...
Well, I don't know if they physically filmed the birth of the child, but things leading up to the birth of the child.
mindset of like, everything I say can affect them, and think about how this can affect these people that you're interacting with.
My next guest tonight is one of the most
No way, dude.
popular YouTubers in the world.
Her videos have garnered more than 1 billion views online.
I forget how mainstream she got. I literally think she just got it because it was early. I don't think she would have ever seen this level of success in the current market. I don't think she's that talented.
You all know her as Miranda Sings. Please welcome Colleen.
Also, why the fuck is Raven Simone editing these things better than most video essay drama YouTubers? What the fuck is this production value?
Ballinger.
Over 6 million subscribers.
This is kind of fucking fire.
Nearing 2 billion views. Now a Netflix show.
You're famous. You're famous. We're both famous.
Dude, why does this fucking interview have like the YouTube drama sizzle reel? This is great.
Colleen has written a best-selling self-help book, is touring around the world, and has appeared with the likes of Jimmy Fallon and Jerry Seinfeld.
YouTube star Colleen Ballinger, who's better known as her online persona Miranda Sings, is facing significant backlash. She's been accused of having inappropriate relationships with some of her underage fans.
And now a new video she made is landing the content creator in even more hot water.
This is just so, like, I don't want to do the thing, bro. But the fact that, like, she's a white woman absolutely plays a role in this. If you remove either of those, this goes down a whole different route. Like, there's a whole different outcome here. It's not like this ended well for her, but I can't think of another combination that would pull out a ukulele and start singing their response to this.
They wanted an explanation.
I mean, this is like Karen core.
And they deserved that, and I didn't give it to them.
What happened?
Like, I'm not trying to discriminate here at all, but like, there is no other combination where I could see this
You claim
happening.
to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Raven
Thank you.
Simone has to be a massive upgrade over transparent shirt Adam McIntyre.
Yeah, it
Surely
is.
nothing will happen during this convo to make me deeply regret this.
I feel like some people are aware of things that I'm not aware of because I keep getting hints dropped to me in chat.
I was so caught up in the things that weren't true that were being said about me that I feel like I wasn't listening to the things that were true. I don't blame anyone but me. It was like a part of my brain was missing. People do make mistakes.
So she has like the trained PR response here.
And people can learn and grow and change.
Did you know?
But why did you need to go on Raven Simone's podcast to say that out loud? Like, why? I think this is like a press tour, right? Is that the intention here? I don't know if it's going to keep going, but like...
They were underage at the time.
Welcome back to another episode of Tea Time. Today on the podcast, we have somebody who you definitely know. Because if you know YouTube,
you know her.
You know her. You have to know her. Colleen Ballinger.
That is it. That is my name.
You said it right.
You did.
I get so nervous about like butchering people's names, even though I know your name is
because
Colleen
everybody
Ballinger,
butchers
and I've
hers.
said it so many times.
It wouldn't bother me.
All right, we're going to zoom ahead here because I don't care.
Like, how do we address this when
I
I get
know.
there?
There we go, getting right into it.
It's pretty massive.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I mean, luckily for you, she's been gone for a while, so you don't have anyone to compete with that name. But
thank you.
Yeah. I mean, do you?
Wait, what? Is she talking about her alter ego as like it's a different person? Like she's been away for quite a while, dude. You don't have to compete with Miranda Sings anymore.
Actually want the answer to that question?
Yes, I do.
Why Miranda? Why did I?
Sorry.
And do you know what else is massive?
There it is.
Name her. Why does she exist?
Why did you name her? We'll get into
Why
the
did you
other
name
stuff
her
later.
and then that?
I was in college doing a play.
All right. So clearly, we have front loaded this hard, and we are not delivering in the first couple of minutes.
Oh, me?
I understand the audience probably doesn't know who the fuck this person is.
Oh, you're 38.
8. I think, yes, 38.
We're the same age.
You're 38?
I'm 38.
You look a lot younger than that.
But thank you.
You look like what did you say before we started? A young British boy.
Yes.
What? Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm gonna jump ahead to
people uploading videos.
I have a question about Miranda.
Okay.
Why the red lipstick?
I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it right now. I assume this whole thing was about it. Is it not? Let's see. It's concerning to see how Miranda and Raven have not done any research before Oh god. Oh no. Okay. So this is it. This is it. Finally, 20 minutes in, they get there.
For a second.
There's a lot of things that were said about you. There's been allegations of grooming, behavior, or how do you, what do you...
Okay, this is a horrible interview. There have been allegations of grooming, behavior. What do you think about that? Do you think that you're like, so you look a pedo? Do you do pedo stuff?
You think they're talking about?
What do you think they're talking about when they say you're like a groomer? This is like if Sam Hyde gave an interview. So people are saying you raped somebody. Who was it? Who did you rape?
I recommend.
I'm hearing that
watching
you're a
Nicholas
rapist. Can you tell me who you
DeOrio's
raped?
Video.
Colleen, your line was anything but talking about young European boys.
Yeah, that's a good point.
One is that's the one that got me the hardest. When that allegation came up.
With the grooming one was the one that made me the saddest. Yeah, I imagine, yeah.
That's when I was out. I was done. Yeah. Because that was devastating and shocking. It was
devastating and shocking to your audience too.
Shocking because
Wait, then you made like a song.
Because
it was so devastating. She's like, I gotta film a ukulele solo to this.
I know that my intention and
then she kept posting. She's lying. She came back and started posting like after a month, right? After like 3 months.
Actions have never been fueled with the desire to manipulate or groom anybody ever. That has never been something I have done or...
So you take issue with the word grooming because you don't think that you intended to do anything wrong? But you don't take issue, like, so you're not defending the actual actions. You're like, well, I didn't try to do it. I just did it.
Will ever do. And it's a very serious accusation.
Very serious.
So when
So your stance is like you accidentally did this.
Kind of words started being thrown around. That's when I kind of was, I kind of shut down. And it really was, that was devastating to hear. And you know, you asked, what does that mean to other people?
You know what was devastating to hear? Come on, you're giving me a layup right now. You got it.
That's why this was a hard thing for me to know how to navigate, because it wasn't about what did she do or what didn't she do. It was more about what was her intention behind some of these actions, I think. And
no, I think it was the action.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Orio.
Look, I don't give a fuck what your intention
Orio.
was when you sent like lingerie to Adam McIntyre. I don't give... No, it's actually the action. The action's actually the issue.
My intention was...
I don't really care what you were thinking when you did it. No, I think it's the action.
Being decided for me by people talking about it. My intention wasn't to hurt or do anything negative.
Yeah, I didn't ask. I just wanted to know if you did it.
Ever. Now, that doesn't mean that people weren't hurt.
Right.
And that's the part that I wish I had paid more attention to.
Do you pay more... Wait, why didn't you pay more attention to like being an adult and not messaging these things to your fans?
But I obviously didn't handle the situation the way that I should have.
I like that. I didn't handle the situation like I should have. Not like I made tremendous mistakes that were like indefensible. Like her issue is the way that she handled the optics of getting exposed, not doing the action.
And it's really embarrassing. I wish that I
What, do you wish you didn't do the ukulele, or you wish you didn't message the minors?
Handle it a lot differently than I did.
When you say that, are you talking about like the apology?
Oh, good question, Miranda. Thank you, Miranda. I appreciate it, because yeah, she's fucking awful.
Talking about a musical instrument that I
And then she immediately interrupts like, no, I'm not talking about the interactions that have been deemed by the public as grooming. I'm talking about that I pulled a ukulele out and I started singing.
Should have not picked up.
Yeah, but why don't you feel bad for the action that caused you to pick up the ukulele?
Yes. I mean, I should have listened
25 points to Miranda, the good Miranda.
to what people were saying.
The real
I
Miranda.
think people want an apology. I think people want for you to acknowledge the things
Nick
that
just
happened
started
on
insulting me
stage.
viciously on
I hope
Twitter.
Yes! Raven Simone from the top ropes! Oh, shit, dude! Okay, all right. I spoke too ill of you. Okay, there we go. That is 2 fucking epic intro. They've stopped her, and they have brought her back on track. There we go.
to give that to them.
I agree with
Yeah, that is so Raven. Yes.
you. I think that they do want an apology, and I am sorry. And
But you said they were lies. Are you lying then, or are you lying now?
here's the thing: is when you mess up and when you make a mistake and do something
No, it's not a mistake.
wrong, sometimes you got to keep.
You don't slip, fall, and land in a minor's DMs. That's not how that works. No, it's not a mistake.
For it, and that's what I should have done.
You don't make a mistake for months at a time. No, it's not how that works.
Like, and
You slipped, fell, and made a 15-year-old your social media manager.
people keep saying it's an apology song. I didn't apologize in that thing.
You did not.
I did not.
You know what?
There
You are
was
correct.
no
You did not
sorry
apologize.
in that.
You did not. I was actually laughing. Just letting you know. That was some crazy penmanship.
We also, when in watching it, I remember one of the things that we talked about was it felt like you were angry.
Yeah,
and,
I was.
and burnt out and just
fed up.
Yeah, fed up.
I was.
Yeah,
and it's
You were
very
angrily singing with a ukulele. There's a version of that where she rapped it, I imagine.
clear.
Could you imagine if she was like, dude, all right, fine, all right, you know what? Wait, hold on. Dude, she pulls out the ukulele, throws it, and then all of a sudden you just hear fucking West Side!
I was angry, and that's why I keep saying I wish that I had just paused for a second and listened to my fans, to my supporters,
and process.
Because
Brad Taston, shut up.
while there were things being said about me that weren't true.
Look, I had a part that I was gonna say before that, but it would have gotten clipped, and it would not have been something that I wanted clipped.
My people who would support me for so many years, that I'm up here saying, like, I just wanted them to be happy. I wanted to make them happy. Well, they wanted an explanation. They wanted to understand what was going on. And they deserved that. And I didn't give it to them. Instead, I was angry and sang a song, and which is crazy.
It blew shit.
Dude, I think that Miranda Sings is not ready to come back. I don't think there's ever a time where she should, don't get me wrong. But I'm actually blown away with how little she has changed from the previous fucking videos that we've seen.
It up.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was.
I'm aware.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. That was crazy, bro.
Absolutely crazy. And I think, when the dust did settle.
Do you think that they only really saw the ukulele thing and they're like, fuck yeah, we'll bring you on?
Because I like you were saying, I did want to address it, and I was being told. I got a lot of advice from a lot of people, and the majority of the advice was don't say anything. And I'm sure you know from being in the industry for so long.
I tell her all the time, don't say nothing.
Right. Don't address it. Don't say anything. It will just make it worse. Don't address it. Don't say anything. It'll just make it worse.
So anyways, you went on to create one of the most viral videos ever, entirely at your expense. It sounds like somebody actually gave a shit about you. And they probably shouldn't have.
But I'm a different position than a traditional celebrity because...
Are you defending this outcome right now? Do you think that this could have gone... Wait, what?
People watch me because I was so open and I talked about everything. I mean, I've talked about everything. Like that.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
I've been through...
You could talk about everything, just don't do it in DMs with 15-year-old boys and girls.
Through my mental health and my births and my pregnancies and my journey to fame.
Maybe you should practice a little bit of offline.
Everything I've been through, I've talked about online very openly. And so...
Your husband or your ex-husband?
My audience, that was one of the reasons they liked watching me. And so then to suddenly be like, not only am I not going to talk about this, I'm going to sing this song about it. And like,
yeah, I'm sure your audience liked watching you. They probably also really liked, I don't know, like Fruity Pebbles, you know? They probably also like Saturday morning cartoons and iPads.
And it was
I'm sure they'll get over it if you don't talk about your sex life or something. Or make weirdly charged sex jokes in a group chat.
It was such a
You're a mess.
choice.
It was such a choice.
I very much.
Such a choice, bro.
Yes. And so I think, you know, I was like getting so frustrated because I was just like, let me just address this. Like, please let me just talk. I just want to talk about this. And so finally after I posted.
Well, you know, they have like a 24-hour rule for certain stuff where it's like, listen, if you're upset, wait 24 hours and then talk about it. Nothing productive will happen right now. For a YouTuber, that's like, just don't talk about it ever. You're like mentally ill as it is. You're really not equipped to handle this. I don't know why the fuck you'd even attempt this right now.
The video. It was shortly after I posted it. I was talking to someone.
Yeah, like wait 24 years.
On the phone for my team. And I was like, oh.
If you wince in pain the second it's brought up in conversation, you're probably not ready.
That was a huge that was really stupid. It was like there was so much, I have to say something. And finally I let it out.
What does regret feel like?
Oh, it's horrible.
Great. I was hoping it was a good feeling.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's not what podcasting is.
Because because you want to fix it. You can't fix it.
A mistake? Mark, I made a mistake.
And that's the worst. Like, I wanted to fix it so bad, and there was no fixing it. There was nothing I could do to fix it. And
no, you had to sing another song. You were literally, dude, you were one song away, dude. Come on, you were one song away. You could have like fixed everything. You were just like one more song would have got you there, but unfortunately you didn't. Yeah. That
was so awful. That was because not only did I not address anything that I wanted to address, not only did I.
You know that you actually could have just watched the video before you posted it, right? It didn't address anything I want. Okay, then why did you upload it? Like, there's a checks and balances process here. You don't have to just drop that shit. Maybe at some point during the uploading of the OBS file.
You know, dispute the lies that I wanted to dispute, and I just made things worse.
You didn't do anything. You just sang.
It was so bad.
So where do you think your mind went during that
What were you supposed to dispute? Did you ever dispute anything?
time that you were so unable, I guess, to have the perspective you have now?
Were you trying to save a character? Were you trying to save yourself? Were you trying to...
Were you just like completely
blacked out in
kind
anger?
of disconnected from it, and you're like, I'm just going to do this because I'm pissed?
I feel like it was a little bit of all of it. I mean, it was really overwhelming to, you know, have these words thrown around in connection to me and my name that are really...
So she's not addressing anything. She's just like, I'm sad, feel bad for me, this sucked. Now we're over it.
Really horrible. I mean, that's a horrible thing to be.
It's not what podcasting is. Yeah.
And to be accused
What is Bunty
of
King to you?
when you know that
who
you are
is
not
Bunty
that.
King?
Especially
DeOrio?
because, in my opinion, that's one of the worst things a person can be. It probably is. And so to be accused of that, knowing that I'm not that,
Are you speaking of grooming?
Grooming.
Yeah, like I'm. Can you tell everybody what I've taken accountability, guys, for what? Well, that part's not important. I've taken accountability, though, in case you were wondering. The accountability has been taken, in case you were wondering. Yeah. I'm gonna need some specific examples, ma'am.
Grooming and in any way harming
children.
Yeah.
Why did she have to fill in that blank for you? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck was that?
Grooming and in any way harming
children. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is the opposite of something or someone I am or ever would want to be. And so to be connected to...
She sounds PR trained now. She's not even really engaging with anything. She's just kind of saying, like, if she was running for president, she might just win.
Those words, was devastating. It still is. And and you know,
she's repeat. I was devastated. I hate this. I am not this person. I would never be this person. It's one of the worst people that you can be. I was devastated. It was bad. I would never wish this on my worst enemy. it was bad.
That's something that will,
It'll follow you around.
It will.
It will follow you around.
It will.
Nick
There
just
were
started
moments
insulting
in
me
your live
viciously on Twitter.
shows where there were children brought up on stage.
Oh, no! Wait, who said they didn't research this shit, dude? They've got some fucking stuff, dude. They're not, like, completely out to lunch on this.
You were, as showbiz says, going for the funny in a
The
lot of
funny,
moments. However, looking back at moments, there is another person on the internet who is saying that when she went up...
Wait, are they not naming Adam McIntyre? I love them. I love Raven and Miranda.
When she went up on stage for your live show...
Oh, no, it's not Adam. Okay.
Oh, she was a part of the yoga challenge section of your show. And it made them feel gross.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Yeah.
Later in life, they were essayed, and when they look back at that moment with
Holy
you, they feel...
shit! Wait, are you saying they didn't do any research? I think that fucking... I think Raven Simone is on point right now, chat.
Similar feelings. Can you dive a little bit deeper into what happened at the yoga challenge?
It was a challenge on YouTube for a while for people to try out different yoga poses. Like couples would do it together because if you're not experienced in yoga, it's difficult to do.
So this is the thing where we saw her like spread eagle with like a fan in front of her, right?
And so since I'm a YouTuber on my live shows, sometimes I would do challenges from YouTube. So I did that challenge and I'd have people come up on stage and we would try out different yoga poses that popped up on the screen. And obviously we could never do them and I would be, flailing about as Miranda. And there was one pose where there are two people and both legs are spread open, you're holding each other's legs. And I genuinely never thought of it as a sexual or inappropriate thing. To me, the joke was that when the legs were...
I forgot there's jokes involved in this. Dude, the worst thing you could possibly be is a career unfunny comedian and then do shit like this because everyone just turns around and goes, what the fuck are you talking about? When they were probably told they were funny the entire time and it was all ripped away from them at the last second.
Open to do the pose, the fart.
Dude, people be gaslighting, like, unfunny people into thinking they're talented comedians.
Sound effect came on screen. So it was like, once the legs opened up, there was a fart sound. And...
Dude, there was a fart sound. It was funny, It was pretty funny.
To me, that was all I thought that joke was. I never knew that was something that would make someone feel uncomfortable and trigger emotions and feelings. I feel terrible about that. Genuinely, when I heard about that, I felt so bad because that is something I'd never want to do is trigger anyone, but especially...
Dude, she was going on tour before Adam McIntyre.
A girl who's been through horrible things.
Well, I now know one thing that Adam does not do on tour is yoga.
In that manner, like that, it feels so terrible that me doing this silly yoga joke, in my mind, was a silly yoga joke, could be something that...
See, she minimizes it there, back to silly yoga joke.
That could trigger her in such a negative way and affect her in such
and she has to correct herself because she knows it sounds horrible to say that.
Negative way. And it's awful. And I'm really proud of anyone who's been able to come forward and express that.
Really? Because you didn't seem very proud the first time. You seem pretty fucking angry about it, Miranda. I'm glad you're proud now. I'm glad you got over it.
Because I want kids and minors and anyone to be able to feel like...
Oh, dude, that's a bad clip.
Because I want kids and minors and anyone to be able to feel like they can speak up if they're uncomfortable. And they can speak up about things that they feel are not okay. They need to be able to feel that way.
What's the name of the guy?
Thank you!
The Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Appreciate it.
Did that girl grow up to be Jars GF?
Oh, God. Jesus Christ, dude.
The things that I've done in my comedy in the past, like, there's so many things I look back and go, oh my God, I would never do that. Now I can't believe I did that.
Fuck.
And,
No! Oh, dude. Fucking blast him in the back.
It was for the laugh. You're on stage.
I had a good game going.
It is different than when you're online and you can read comments from people who go, hey, That's not cool. And you can go, oh, crap. When you're on stage and everyone's laughing and enjoying it and then telling you...
Yeah, dude, they gaslit her into thinking she was funny. Dude, this is the danger with telling unfunny people they're funny, dude. They see no problem with anything, dude. Oh, everyone's laughing. Everyone thinks this is a great fucking funny meme.
That was the best part of the show when you did this, this, and this. And a lot of the comedy that I did with Miranda...
Dude, she's here in 2025 explaining a fart joke. This is an unserious person. This is a completely unserious human being.
When my audience shifted, I was like...
Also, yeah, they're literal fucking children. Yeah, the children found the fart joke funny. You're like... You're a fucking artist.
Okay, how do I...
You're the Heisenberg of fucking fart jokes.
This audience that liked this crass humor. And now...
Say my name. Lily Singh. You're goddamn right.
Appealed to this younger audience that now is growing so much. And my solution to that was I will still...
We had a good thing going, you stupid son of a bitch. What was the name of the fucking group chat? I forgot already, dude. What did she call the fucking people in there? Somebody's gotta know. Oh god, dude. Where the fuck? Yeah, dude. We had a good thing going, you son of a bitch. We had the weenies. We had the fans. We had as many kids in the group chat as...
do these more crass innuendo type jokes, and it'll go over the kids' heads, and then the parents will have something to laugh at, and the adults will have something to laugh at that are in the audience. And that was my solution to that.
That was you rectifying what was going on stage?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I thought, well, everyone knows.
What is the value to any of this? I have no... Dude, Miranda Sings is just a deeply unserious, fucking absolutely pathetic freak of a human being. There is just nothing... There's nothing salvageable about her.
Knows that I'm a safe person, and I don't mean anything negative by this. I was like, what?
Like, usually in these videos, we're like, at least this person... Like, this person's extreme... Like, guys, for example, Mouthy Buddha. Psychotic, alt-right, schizophrenic. But he's got really good editing, There's that one thing, Kanye West. Crazy, anti-Semitic freak. But he made a couple of really good albums. Miranda Singh has nothing. No redeeming qualities. Nothing good about her. Everything that I know about Miranda Sings is bad. And it was bad from before she got accused of being a groomer.
Knows this is in jest.
Yeah, she thinks she's on a comeback tour right now. She didn't realize this is the first and last stop of her comeback tour.
Oh, and so...
I am literally horrible.
It's fine for me to do this because the crass jokes will go over the kids' heads and the adults will laugh at it. And that is how it...
Yeah, okay. Your whole thing of like Nickelodeon tells adult jokes that are made for the parents and stuff, it works until you go in a group chat filled with children and only tell the adult jokes. Do you follow? Do you see the problem with that?
Seemed to me.
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo.
Yeah, I love when comedians explain their jokes.
It's worse than that. She had a child on stage eating cheese puff out of her pants.
Think more about...
Okay, I didn't know that. That's pretty... Alright, it's just getting worse and worse as okay, I don't know why she even came back, dude. Holy fuck, why is she here? Why did she do this? Why? Why would you ever come back?
How that could be affecting the younger people in the audience.
Do you feel like you have a different perspective now between, let's say, like bad judgment and harmful behavior?
I definitely do. Yeah, I certainly think that and especially now, now that I'm a mom, obviously every choice I make, I think...
Also, what is a major cartoon that you would look towards that had a lot of adult jokes so the parents could really understand and watch along with their kids, but the kids never understood the jokes? What's an example of a show that you would jump to? Ren and Stimpy, Adventure Time. Okay, there's a good one. I'm seeing them pop up in the chat. There's one. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, SpongeBob's another one, yeah. Somebody wrote Victorious. I'm seeing somebody wrote iCarly. Can I raise you a Drake and Josh? There were a lot of adult jokes in Victorious and a lot of those Dan Schneider shows that around that time frame, right? Would you compare Miranda's jokes to, like, victorious? So would you compare Miranda's jokes to like a refined SpongeBob joke? I'm not making a one-to-one comparison. I'm not saying Miranda Sings is Dan Schneider. But this is the kind of shit, like, I'm thinking of some really cruel shit that, like, Jeanette McCurdy would put in her fucking book or something, right? That's the kind of shit I'm thinking of and comparing it to when I'm hearing Miranda talk about her iconic funnies.
How it could affect my children. And I wish that I went into my interactions with my fans with that same mindset of, like, everything I say can affect them, and think about how this can affect these people that you're interacting with.
Did parents ever confront you after? Did you ever get any kind of interaction with an adult who said, this didn't feel good for me and my child?
No, I never did personally. I don't know if someone got that message and I never received it. The only complaint I ever remember receiving in that way, in person from a live show or anything, was at the beginning of my shows, I used to do a ukulele song.
Oh God, dude, she went back to formula. She was like, I'm known for my ukulele solo. Here we go.
Damn ukulele.
I know. Where I would sing the hate comments that I received. And there was hate comments. So there was...
Wait, was she reading the fucking N-word?
A lot of bad language.
Oh my God. Wait, what was she... Was she doing some Linus hard R's or some regular hard R's?
The comments were on the screen and I would sing them. And we did get some complaints about that. They were like, you're saying bad words.
Wait, really which bad words? Was it fuck or was it the other F slur?
Like in the first 5 minutes of the show, and I have my young kid here, whatever. And so then I just...
Also, this is crazy. Yeah, we were getting a lot of hate because, my audience was like fucking children, okay? So we were saying... Dude, we were saying bad words, so I got hate. It's like you can't even argue she didn't know what she was doing, because she clearly fucking did. She clearly knew exactly what she... Oh, God.
So then I changed it. I bleeped the words on the screen, and I bleeped the audio of it, too. So that
like, she knows who she's talking to, I mean.
Couldn't hear or see it. And we also changed on the website everywhere, like, this is a PG-13 show, like, making sure...
Okay, but the Wiggles could announce their shows are PG-13 tomorrow. As long as unless you're accompanied by an adult... That's kind of like a boilerplate warning, Dude, that's like putting the fair use disclaimer in your video description before you watch a movie.
Everyone knew that this was not a kid's show because I got that complaint. And so I don't know if we were getting that complaint and it was stopped before it got to me or not, but I never received a complaint like that. And in fact, I was usually told,
fuck.
Oh my gosh, these jokes that were, they didn't get it, but it was so funny I can't believe it was always the shock.
Dude, she's defending it. Like, oh, when you did that thing where you spread eagle on the stage, I thought that was hilarious. My kid had no idea what you were doing, but I thought it was really funny.
Like, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you did that. And I was always told that it was all funny and it was so ridiculous and over the top.
Did I say Wigglers instead of
Is
Wiggles?
Dark Vibe AU a virgin?
Dude, I'm YouTube
no,
fucked, right? I'm YouTube brain so bad.
Be Googling that?
I call them the Wigglers.
Time is interesting. Time is really interesting because if you go back in time for entertainment, there's been many a comedian, many a entertainer.
Is she is everybody homeschooled? We get in drama. Another homeschooled
that has done things.
Oh, I didn't? Okay, wait, I got gaslit by my chat. Dude, my chat just fucking gaslit the shit out of me.
In their early career that when they look back on, they wish they didn't. Because culture changed.
Dude, you guys are fucking monsters. I have a question. This joke, I don't think this is funny. I think it's kind of like funny, right? It's not like, ha 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 ha, funny. It's like, a light grin to decent scroll right past it funny. Why did you people like this 1,900 times? I don't think this was 1,900 times funny.
While people were laughing with you and quote unquote at you because of the character, it must feel so like two-faced for you, for all these people who were laughing with you. And then all of...
Okay, but here's the thing.
Nick
Raven
just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
In a second, I'm going to explain it
worked
to you.
with Bill Cosby as a kid. She is a veteran.
Holy shit. All right, Raven, this is something that I learned by navigating Reddit, okay? Oftentimes, the people who are saying this joke is funny are not the people who were later offended by it. It's like people were saying that Call of Duty was great, and now they're saying it was bad. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that the people who liked the game left, and now all the people left hate the fucking game because they're done playing it now, right? Like that. Yeah, it's probably not the same people. So the other issue with that statement in this case is the people who thought it was funny are probably children, and maybe they grew up and they don't find it funny anymore, or they think it was weird, right? Like, as much as we hate Adam McIntyre, he probably didn't think there was anything wrong with those conversations when he was having them. And then he grew up and he went, oh, why was this adult talking to me in this way? This is kind of fucking weird, right?
A sudden.
Have them turn
against you.
So it's like, it's not a backstab. They were 15 years old. And that's probably how a lot of the audience grew up with it.
Yes, it's painful to see people who supported me and laughed with me and all this stuff suddenly turn and change their mind about it. But I don't blame anyone but me for, I completely blame myself.
Yeah, but I think that you blame other people because it seems like you've been kind of doing that, right?
Review.
Thank you.
Nick, you don't understand. She needs the attention and adoration of children. Surely she is one more apology, one more overwrought joke.
Yeah, she's nearly there.
All back.
Especially because I know that people do make mistakes and people can learn and grow and change. And one of my biggest mistakes was not listening and addressing things and taking responsibility
and playing the ukulele.
Bro, they're taking pot shots. Okay. I kind of like what Raven has done. I think Raven's been okay so far. I'm sure, dude, I think this isn't one of those where she came with nothing on her fucking desk and didn't look anything up. It's more or less like there's 4 hours of content here and we're just gonna, I don't know, expect that she knows everything about it or something.
Yeah, I'm playing that damn ukulele.
So I just don't want you to forget that.
I will never, trust me, I will never forget
Okay, just
that.
make sure.
I went to a fair with my husband and kids, and they had these like colorful little kid ukuleles. And I was like, oh, I want to get one for one of our kids. And my husband was like, no. And I didn't even register to me, which is crazy because I always think about it. And I was like, no, what? He's like, do you have something to put it in? I was like, I'll just carry it. And he goes,
wait, her husband was ashamed that she was going to walk around holding a ukulele in a public setting. Oh my God. She has kids? Yeah, she films content with them.
No, we're in a public place. No. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, you cannot hold a ukulele that is hot pink and walk around a fair.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if there was footage of this happening?
Are you insane?
Dude, they need to find the paparazzi that filmed Ned Fulmer coming out of a fucking therapy with his wife. They need to find that paparazzi guy, dude, to fucking...
And I was
and
like,
you're like, yes,
I am. And also, thank you, because I was about to do it. I just didn't,
I was thinking about that Ned Fulmer thing the other day. You guys know how like TMZ and shit works in the California area, right? Like those guys call up and they have people come up and fucking film them. Nobody's running up on FaZe Banks in person, right? They call these people, they come and they take pictures of them. What do you think the odds are that the rest of the Try Guys, after the weird SNL skit and shit, saw that they were they knew exactly where Ned and them were doing their therapy sessions and shit? What are the odds that one of them called that in to send a paparazzi guy there to film them? Ned 100. You think Ned called them to film it? Wait, you think Ned called them to make it look like he was getting back together with his wife for a positive optics spin? Oh no. I mean, that's obviously a schizo-nuclear theory, but it's a game theory.
I don't know how I didn't think about it, because I think about it all the time and how like, oh, I'm like, I really like that instrument. I can never play it again.
I didn't think of it as like a positive because it's so wildly negative. I didn't even consider that it could have been viewed positively.
You know, it's like, but it was just, anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. I just got distracted.
Now, this is a live show. My apologies for never going and seeing the entire thing.
No
but
worries.
if you could explain why there is a clip of YouTube of a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! Bro! Dude! Raven! Simone! Wow! Okay, yo!
Explain why there is a clip of YouTube of a little boy eating Cheetos out of your pants. Could you?
Holy fuck, dude! Dude, literally, I gotta do it.
It's the entire thing.
No
but
worries.
if you could explain why there is a clip of YouTube of a little boy eating Cheetos out of your pants, could you?
That's fucking insane, dude. She's like, yeah, I'm trying to grow. I'm making a go of it. I'm learning about how I've hurt people, and I'm trying. Yeah, that's all well and good, but why was I linked a video of a little boy eating Cheetos out of your pants, ma'am?
Explain that for the audience, please.
Pulling Cheetos. That makes it sound more agreed. Like he's physically eating out of her pants. He wasn't. He was taking one.
Oh, he was taking a. See, that's how things get twisted.
Right.
Yeah. So could you explain it, please?
Well, I mean, what a crazy thing to hear.
What do you mean, what a crazy thing? Bitch, why was he eating fucking Cheetos that came out of your pants?
Here, that there's a woman on stage and there's a young person taking food out of her pants and eating it on stage. Like that.
Dude, a person of lower age was eating an item of cheese out of my region of clothes.
It's crazy.
Can we get an explanation for this one? Can you tell me what comedian inspired this maneuver?
With Miranda was that I would say and do things that were inappropriate or had some sort of sexual innuendo to them or something like that, and it went over the character.
So the joke was that you were doing weird sexual shit with a kid, and the joke was that the kid didn't know it was sexual?
Head. Like Miranda was not aware that she was
Miranda's iconic catchphrase, what? This is not a good answer.
Saying something that could be taken the wrong way. That was a lot of the jokes that I did as the character. And so
guys, the character was, I did this weird sexual thing.
In that particular part of the show that I did, it was probably 8 to 10 years.
Dude, her argument is, listen, Your Honor, I know that it appears to people as grooming, but I'm actually retarded, and I didn't know that until you said it out loud. That's her argument. That's her actual argument.
Ago that I used to do that bit. Miranda was teaching the audience how to sneak food
just started
into
insulting
the movie
me
theater.
viciously on Twitter.
And so I stuffed a big bag of cheese balls in my pants. Now I was wearing layers of clothing because throughout the show.
Bro, I'm sorry. If this guy had a dick and balls and he shoved cheese balls in his pants and a little kid was eating them out of the stage, there'd be no fucking conversation. Dude, could you imagine this shit right now? Imagine if Bo Blacks was on stage feeding kids cheese balls out of his fucking Sonic underpants, dude. Could you imagine that? How do you think the internet would respond?
I put more clothes on over my clothes on stage. When I transitioned from me into Miranda, I, in front of everyone, put on more clothes. So I'm wearing lots of layers of clothing, and then there's the cheese balls in a bag and in my pants.
Imagine this is Bo Blacks. Imagine Tipster is saying this. This is coming out of Tipster's mouth right now.
Everyone put on more clothes. So I'm wearing lots of layers of clothing, and then there's the cheese balls in a bag and in my pants. And so initially I would bring up an adult, and I'd start eating the snack as we're, quote unquote, watching this movie. And then I'd say, do you want a snack? And then they would take a cheese ball from the top of the bag and eat it.
Yeah, please, Tipster, can you take a cheese ball out of your pants?
It was supposed to be like she doesn't realize how inappropriate this was.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Holy shit.
And then, there's a clip, like you said, of when a younger person came on stage and did that with me. And the
bag is in her pants? Yeah, but either way.
Is laughing.
I understand it's not coming out of her, like, fucking vagina.
Because,
right?
And you could
but why is there a bag of, why?
See my reaction, like, this is It's a weird.
Well, I'm glad they didn't break any health code violations because the plastic is there.
Situation that I'm in here, but it got a big laugh, and everyone knew that it wasn't Jess. And this is me trying to,
Yeah. This is me trying to justify it. No, she still thinks this, guys. It's not a hypothetical.
Rationalize. That's the word. Yes, rationalize the situation. But shortly after, I'd say within a year of doing that joke, I cut it because I was like, I think this.
Within a year of doing.
Wait, you were doing how many kids ate cheese balls out of your pants, ma'am?
In that joke.
Within a year?
What?
Cut it. I stopped doing it because it was. My fans were, a lot of them were younger at this point.
Yeah, she's downplaying, it's PR. She's downplaying it every opportunity she gets and then being like, I'm sorry though.
So I was like, I'm not going to, obviously this joke is not, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's not working. It's not.
Dude, imagine if Bo Blacks went on stage holding a.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Dude, Bo Blacks went on stage holding a Goomba between his legs. Okay, never mind.
And so I cut that. I regret doing that. I should have never brought kids up on stage, even though the joke was that Miranda doesn't know that this is inappropriate and the audience is like...
Wait, why is my character white now? Wait, what the fuck just happened? Chat, did anybody just catch that? I just spawned in and Fortnite made Michael Vick white. Oh, he's black again. Okay, we're good. Did anybody just catch that Michael Vick was just white for some reason?
It doesn't matter. I should have been like...
They just edited Michael Vick as white.
It's in my adult show that I'm doing with adults that are consenting and know that this is the joke, that Miranda doesn't understand that this could look bad. So you have admitted...
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
I mean, even when it was 18...
Is her defense really, I'm not a predator, I am just that stupid?
Yeah, that is her... Yes. Unquestionably, it is her fucking thing. Yeah.
Sending lingerie to an underage fan.
Oh no, Miranda!
So you have admitted to sending lingerie to an underage fan. And I know you've talked about this before, but I would like to ask you one more time to address this and kind of what happened and how you...
Has she talked about this really at nauseum?
You're feeling about it now.
Yeah, what an idiot.
What an idiot. What a stupid thing I did when I sent lingerie to a fucking 50... Oh my god, dude.
How I feel about it now. I think it was like 10 years ago, something like that.
Let's put a date on it. Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, it was would never do that these days. Yeah, I don't think you can make that mistake 10 years ago.
A live stream, and I always loved giving away...
What was 10 years ago? She's 37 now? Was she like my age? She was a little younger than me? Yeah, that's not a mistake that I would make now in current day. Dude, when you say shit like this, people could actually like reflect on what you're saying, right? Dude, iDubbbz learned empathy at 30. Miranda Sings learned not to send fucking lingerie to children. Crazy.
To my fans online.
I didn't realize it was something less pathetic. More pathetic than iDubbbz.
I would send them like a bobby pin of Miranda's or a lipstick of Miranda, an old shirt,
Yeah, bobby pins, lipstick, lingerie. Oh, that was a fucking loser.
Usually it was to encourage them to donate to a charity event that I would do every year. But I love
Nicholas the Goat.
I gave the lingerie. I gave the lingerie as incentive for you to donate to charity.
Giving out stuff. And so I was doing a live stream like I did pretty often, and I was opening up a box of clothes that I had bought, and in it was this underwear bra set that I didn't order, and it was we were all laughing about it. So everyone in the chat was laughing about it, me and my friend, and he actually put it on over his clothes and was like, look at this, and we were laughing about it. And there are people in the...
So it was worn. It just wasn't worn in the way you'd think.
Comments saying, oh, send that to me. Send that one to me. And we were like, we're not going to do that. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're a grown adult. I think it's time for you to make a big girl decision.
But then there's one fan in particular who kept asking us to send it. And I was like, obviously you can tell in the live, like I'm like hesitant about it because there is a little bit of brains in there somewhere that was like, maybe not. Because I hesitated, but then I was like, and I didn't send it. I didn't. But then it just became an inside joke with the fandom.
Say his name? Nah, it's okay. I don't think you have to. I actually think it's better if you don't in this case.
And everyone was like telling me to send it, and he kept asking for it. It was like months of this. And so finally I did, and it was very public and as a joke. And it was like a part of my brain was missing.
I'll allow it this one time. Specifically because it's Adam. Fine.
An action of like,
Raven is not happy. Good.
hey, this is not a good idea. This looks bad. It wasn't a pair of my something that I sent to a
It was lingerie sent to a minor.
young fan in a inappropriate way, but it was inappropriate. Like, why would what part of me thought like everyone will know this is a silly joke in the fandom? Like I wish I'd never done.
In the fandom? That's another one. You see another tell right there? In the fandom, not like the world.
And that was so inappropriate. And if he was
it's pushing more into this parasocial bond thing. Like, oh, my parasocial fans would never hate this. They would actually wish I sent it to them.
I feel uncomfortable because of that. Like, I feel terrible, and I'm so sorry because that was not.
Thank you. Oh yeah,
Nick
she's
just started insulting
so
me
sorry,
viciously on
Adam. Yeah.
With that, I thought it was like a.
Yeah, that's another one. That looks bad. It's an optics L to send.
A silly inside joke with the whole fandom. It was all very public, and it was.
Nick just started insulting
was
me
a silly
viciously
thing,
on
and
Twitter.
Thank you. Dude, someone just, I can't believe that Adam groomed her into sending the clothing and the Trisha toilet paper. Why did you remind me of the toilet paper incident? No!
It was so stupid.
It's also difficult, I think, in that specific situation when you feel like you're being given permission, if you will, because everyone is saying kind of the same thing. Everyone seems in on the joke. Everyone seems to understand it. Everyone is saying, send it, send it. And then you have this person not dropping it after that, but continuing the conversation weeks after this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
I can see where you don't think about potential negative consequence because in that moment it feels pure.
And you're not sending it in a sexual manner.
No. Well, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, like, it was my responsibility to know.
Yeah.
I shouldn't send this. This could look really bad.
That sounds like Onision. It's not in a sexual manner. It's fucking lingerie. What is a way? Let's say, do you have a kid? What is a way that your kid could receive lingerie that would make you as a parent feel okay about that? And if the answer is anything other than never, that never should happen, then I'm asking a lot of questions after. Like, I have a lot of follow-up questions for you. That's creepy as fuck. No, your kid should never have access to fucking lingerie.
This could make people uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yes.
That's where, even though it doesn't matter how many people are egging it on or asking for it, or begging for it, and thinking it's so
from some fucking random person on the internet. Dude, there's so many. Every flag is red. There are no like yellow or orange flags.
Funny, and everyone, seems like this joke. I should have taken a second and been like, maybe send a bobby pin. Yeah. Like, this is not the thing to send to someone. This is not something
not a bobby pin. A silver one or a black one?
Well, I think I usually use the black ones for Miranda.
The brown one, that's
black,
cute.
Reds.
Something else, Colleen, that has come up and been discussed is the fact that you would participate in group chats with your fans, and there were minors in those chats, and there would be questions regarding their virginity and sex.
Dude, they literally came on here and talked for 20 minutes about her lip gloss and then just gunned her for fucking 40. Holy shit, dude. I don't know. Maybe she thought she was in the clear.
Positions.
Right.
Inappropriate questions are being asked to underage people. What was going on?
Dude, whoever wrote this comment that I saw before watched the first 20 minutes and didn't see the rest of the fucking episode.
That's true. It's completely inappropriate.
This is a fucking awesome takedown by Raven and Miranda.
And I used to do this weekly question and answer thing with my audience. And that...
Why are you talking... Wait, why is your answer anything about your audience?
Questions.
I did Q&A with children. Oh,
They're being asked to underage people. What was going on?
That's true. It's completely inappropriate. And I used to do this weekly question and answer thing with my audience. And that particular group chat was full of a bunch of different fans of all ages, but they were crass and funny and ridiculous. And they would, whenever I asked for questions for my channel, they would ask me questions like that. They would ask me questions they knew I wouldn't answer that were over the top.
So a bunch of kids made jokes that you couldn't answer. And in retaliation, you as an adult made these comments to them in times where it wasn't even initiated by them. Why are you explaining any of this to us as if it makes
What's
you seem
the name
any
of
better?
the guy?
You're a grown
Keemstar
adult. You're 30
Nick
years
Oreo.
old. You're
Mr.
nearly
Oreo.
30 years old. And also,
I just realized what this is. It's that Always Sunny episode where Dee becomes a successful comedian, except here.
Yeah.
It ends with everyone discovering what she's been up to in her jokes.
and that's if you could even take her at her word here, which apparently it's disputed.
Top, inappropriate. So when one of
She's just, even if she is lying, her argument is bad. Like, lying has not helped her in this instance. She sounds worse.
them, which this part of the conversation is now deleted, those parts of the conversations are deleted or gone or somehow, I don't know. But they
have hard questions with weak follow-ups. That's the take of somebody who's never conducted a hostile interview or a potentially hostile interview. The question is to get the answer. It is then my job, it is Adam's job, it is the internet's job to parse it. If you fight someone tooth and nail on one argument, you miss her responses to the next 15 talking points. You get the question in, you get the answer, you move on. That's how you conduct these interviews. I think they're doing a great job.
When they ask for questions,
if you let somebody bury themselves and if you don't take the fight to them and start annihilating them like a fucking Destiny debate, people get mad at you. But like, realistically, the best thing you can do is give more people shit to work with. Keep them talking, keep them going, get them to say all this different shit that'll inevitably be used against them by somebody who puts it all together.
for theirs, I was trying to do the same jokes that they had just previously been doing with me.
Yeah, this is... I don't believe this, and even if that's the case, you still seem like a fucking psychopath.
Stupid and inappropriate. Shouldn't have done it. I feel really embarrassed. And
then why did you go on this whole diatribe that makes you look just as bad? Like, I've learned nothing here that's valuable.
Stupid. And
did you know they were underage at the...
I disagree, Nick. Well, I'm glad that you don't host these interviews, because if you do a good follow-up and another good follow-up and another good follow-up, the conversation completely ends and the debate is over and they walk off.
Time.
I knew that there were teenagers in the chat. Yeah, I did know that.
I mean, if you want the best, most hostile, awesome 20-minute interview, you would get a great one. You'd be the best at it. But if you want a full hour conversation where she kind of touches on every single topic, you're not going to get it.
And I also thought, well, they all know I'm not serious. I don't want the answers to these questions. They all know that I'm just joking around, like they do this to me, and they know I'm not going to answer the questions. I know they don't want the answers. You know, like...
And this is a horrible answer.
I thought...
Like, what follow-up do they need here? She's literally holding the shovel. She's taking out the fucking dirt. She's lowering herself in. She's coating her fucking head with dirt. And she's sitting in an unmarked grave in the middle of the forest.
Like, this...
All they did was hand her a shovel.
It was, you know, it was clear between all of us that, like, I was joking. I didn't actually want this information from this person. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny to ask a really absurd, crazy question. And there were a bunch of questions I asked. Those were just a few.
I think that this is her peers are also to blame for this. Whoever had not stopped her for being lethally unfunny for so long is also partially to blame. This could have stopped way sooner if somebody had the audacity to tell this fucking niche internet micro celebrity that she is not funny and she needs to stop.
Few of the awful ones that I did, and
yeah, this is Disney's fault.
I very much, I should have never done that. That was crazy of me.
It wasn't in a grooming fashion.
Absolutely not. It was in a stupid fashion.
Oh my, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck, that's a great clip.
Grooming fashion.
This is a great clip.
I should have never done that. That was crazy of me.
Dude, Raven Simone is aura farming.
It wasn't in a grooming fashion.
Absolutely not. It was in a stupid fashion. It was like, I shouldn't.
For the laugh?
Yes!
For the laugh. I thought it would make them laugh. I thought they'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Ha.
Dude, that is also so fucking Raven! Let's go!
Haha, like how they did with me often. They were very funny, that group chat of all these different guys. They were very funny, very dedicated, wonderful people.
So you were being one of the kids.
Dude, they were...
Yeah, right.
And you had
dude,
forgotten.
She's like Vosh. I didn't want to be with them. I wanted to be one of them, dude.
Yeah,
so
right.
You were acting more like one of your kid viewers versus remembering that you were actually the adult in the chat.
Exactly.
No, you're ignorant. No.
Yeah.
And that lends itself to the power dynamic that you had referenced earlier, where you kind of had lost the awareness of that
You relinquished your power dynamic because you were mentally a child.
relationship or dynamic.
There was no part of me that was wanting that information truly from them.
Dude, you don't understand. I wanted to be the kid. Dude, that's so fucking insane.
I wasn't trying to get anything out of them. I was just trying to be like one of them.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick DeOrio.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Mr.
standing
Oreo.
Raven Simone. I'm standing Raven Simone. She's doing a great fucking job.
Embarrassing to admit, because that was not my responsibility in that time. I was trying to be silly like them and be their friend.
I don't know anything else she's said in the years since her show, but I clearly endorse all of it.
And in reality, I was the one who's supposed to be the responsible one. I was the adult there that should have never participated.
Every last word.
Participated in that conversation. And
based solely off this conversation.
Should have never joked with him about that kind of stuff. There's the power dynamic there, that parasocial relationship that I wasn't thinking about, which was irresponsible of me. Like, I should have been thinking about that, and I should.
Nick, I'm behind, but I need you to know Colleen and her actual sister did 2 chapstick challenge videos where they kiss multiple times. This is true, and it's unhinged.
Remove myself from that.
Well, I watched multiple Destiny debates that says that you're the... I'm kidding.
Chat immediately.
Yeah, that's fucking deranged.
Joking about things that were inappropriate. I shouldn't have ever participated in those conversations. And it was rare that I was in there talking to them, but that is one of the moments where I did interact, and I wish that I hadn't.
Let's talk about JoJo for a second.
One of the moments, as if it wasn't like an extended... Like, dude, you can't make these things can't be fuck-ups if you're doing them for an extended period of time. A mistake is not something that's constantly being done.
So
you can't turn around and go 2022 was my mistake. Like, that would be ridiculous.
We know JoJo. You
What
know
up, Joe?
You became friends
Like Siwa or Bizarre Adventure.
with her when she was how old?
Because if it's Siwa, I've seen her recent horrific songs.
Add yourself Keffel's tweet.
And if it's Bizarre
on
Adventure,
Nicholas
I'm at a
DeOrio.
loss. I didn't even buy the
Keffel's
Fortnite
appreciated
skin.
the shout out.
I first met JoJo, I think she was 11 when I met her and her mom.
Dude, the JoJo Siwa lore of everyone standing her because she was a lesbian, and then her cheating on her girlfriend with a guy on national television after releasing a bunch of horrible music was like a crazy controversy.
For dinner because JoJo was a fan, and so she and another girl from the Dance Moms show wanted to meet me, so I went to dinner with them.
Some people will say that that was an inappropriate friendship for you two to develop.
Dude, I was watching Twitter. You just know somebody dropped to their knees in Walmart and went, "No, she was supposed to be gay!"
Since she was 11 and you were an adult. What thoughts, feelings?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't look at it as a friendship at first. She was 11.
Yeah.
And I looked at it as a sweet young girl. I loved the show she was on, and she liked my videos and looked up to me, and she wanted to meet me.
Dude, 11, immediately I was thinking of Drake. Were you thinking of Drake? Ben Maston in chat was thinking of... No, wait.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Dude, I was immediately thinking of Drake.
And to me, I wasn't looking at it as like becoming best friends with her when I met her. It was just a sweet meeting. And then she's a hustler. You guys know JoJo. She immediately was like, well, I want to do, I had a video called Colleen's Corner that I answered questions every week. So she did JoJo's Juice to do the same kind of, you know, she kind of looked at me as like a mentor, someone she looked up to. And, you know, I don't want to speak for JoJo though. It feels weird talking about this without her here, but you know, she can say this herself if she wants. But, you know, so over time we became friends because she was such a hustler. She'd want to collaborate. And so we'd get together and make videos together.
Which was also very...
Dude, where are any of the adults in these situations?
Very common for YouTubers and fellow people in the world to want to collaborate and get to know.
Not with an 11-year-old, bro. I'm sorry. A 30-year-old woman is not doing collaborations regularly with Ryan's Toy Review. That kid's probably like 25 now. How old is Ryan's Toy Review?
Know each other, feed off each other's videos.
Right.
So...
And so, yes, became friends, but it always felt more like a family thing because I'm a big family person. Like, I love my family. I'm always with my family. We're always hanging out.
Dude, you think you're old? Ryan's Toy Reviews is 38 years old.
And family gatherings.
He's fully through his Macaulay Culkin arc.
And I think that, again, I don't want to speak for her.
He's off drugs now.
But
he's back and better than ever.
You know, she liked to come over to our family gatherings and
I'm joking too.
Out with my family where we'd be playing games and, you know, eating pizza with my parents. And
dude, he's already learned empathy. You feel old yet?
Sometimes her mom and her brother would come, and her dad. Like, it was a very family.
They're a big family. The Siwas are a big
and,
family.
You know, and my brother and all his kids were there. So he's got 6 kids, and they'd all be there, and we'd all be playing. The kids would be putting on performances, and we'd all be laughing and playing it. So it always felt very like.
What is happening right now? What, dude? Why is she like this? I don't know. Let's zoom ahead a little bit. I don't want to just completely rip this part of the video. Dude, make sure you check out Tea Time with Raven and Miranda. This has been like, I've been locked in. Literally, I was complaining because they spent like a ridiculous amount of like 20 minutes of prep time. And then at the 20-minute mark, they're like, all right, we're just not going to let her up, dude. We are going to hold her down. And then just as she thinks she hasn't, as soon as she gets a gasp of air, we're going to hit her with another question.
You have been through.
And another question, and another question, and another question.
Knowing that this lives online forever, how are you going to explain this to your children?
Oh, no! Raven! Raven, no!
That's part
Oh, my God!
The reason why I'm here now. You know, I kind of was of the mindset for so long, like, I just don't want to talk about it. I'm extremely non-confrontational, and I'm very anxious, and I will do absolutely anything to avoid a confrontation or avoid someone being upset with me or to a fault. It's not something I love.
Dude, they're burning her alive. I see why this is being compared with Ned Fulmer. It's not a redemption interview. It might have like been conceived as that idea. They're just massacring her 2 years later because she's stupid enough to get in front of them.
About myself, it's something that gets me in trouble. And so I don't.
Bro, I want Raven Simone to interview Ned Fulmer. Can we get this needs to be like another one. First, you have to go on Caleb Hammer. Then you have to go in front of Raven Simone.
To continue to, you know.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's
for people
latest
that they
video.
don't, you know, it might hurt them, or, you know, I just feel like, you know, people have said how they feel about me, and I'm just gonna back away because that's what I think that people want at this point. It's kind of how I felt.
Wait, you made an announcement that you did this interview to tell everybody you're backing away?
You are coming back around to not say, take me in again.
No.
But you're coming back around to say, I know what I did. I know what I need to change.
I don't know if that's the case. It sounds like I did stuff wrong. I won't list exactly what it was. And if I do, I'll downplay the fuck out of it. And I'm not coming back, but I just needed to remind you guys that I'm here in the hopes that you guys miss me enough and want me back. So then I'll come back with open arms.
Changing. You don't have to love me. You don't have to like me.
Right.
But you recognize what happened. And that
Right.
takes a lot of fucking courage.
I obviously wish I could go back and do everything differently in my reactions to this whole situation.
Why does she keep talking about the getting exposed part and none of the actual doing part? All of her issues are the way that she handled the drama.
I feel terrible that I made anyone feel anything other than happy and safe in our little community.
Okay, now she's saying right thing. After like 50 of these like close calls.
Online. That's all I ever wanted, and I feel so terrible that I disappointed so many people. And I'm genuine. Can't even talk.
You're okay. Take a beat.
Stressed.
If this was Cutie
I
Cinderella,
recommend watching
she would have been
Nicholas
crying for
DeOrio's
45
latest video.
minutes. They would have asked her, why do you wear lip gloss? And then Cutie Cinderella would have exploded into tears. Is she trying to cry right now? I'm getting weird vibes off of this. Like the script says cry now, and she's just not able to do it.
I should have thought a lot more about my interactions with my fans and how it could affect them.
Oh my
I should have
god,
been
it's a fucking The Boys style Vought apology. She starts blinking, trying to like pull it. Look, she does the eye blinking thing to like try to pull a tear out, and then she just starts like, it's not even ulting. She like popped the super too early. Look, she's trying desperately to get a tear to slide down her cheek.
I should have thought a lot more about my interactions with my fans and how it could affect them. I should have been more responsible and thought about how these things could affect people, especially, you know, the teenagers that were interacting with me. And I'm so now, in hindsight, like grateful and proud of these people for coming forward and saying like, hey, this is not okay behavior. Because even though I know that I never wanted to hurt anyone and my intentions and my desires were nothing negative in my interactions with these people, that needed to be said. They needed to say like, hey, this isn't okay.
Did she realize that, like, I don't know who's like deeply traumatized by her. I believe there's at least one person who claims they were, right? Like the person on the stage. But like, she's talking about this as in like she didn't intend for it to happen.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Like, I'm sure the drunk driver didn't intend to go out and kill some fucking family of 3, but he goes to jail, you know?
Because
this is your fault. You were doing something stupid. And then people got hurt. Like, what's the, like, what are we trying to do here? Oh, I didn't mean to do it. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you didn't.
There are people out there who
cares?
They do have the intentions to
You're the adult in a group chat full of children.
Hurt them. And they need to be able to say, like, this isn't okay, and I'm not standing for this, and, like, my heart was in the right place. It doesn't matter if people felt uncomfortable. I'm proud of them for saying, like, this wasn't okay, and this made me uncomfortable, or this is not an okay thing to joke about, or whatever. That needed to happen. And I hope that anyone interacting with anyone online, whether it be a celebrity or a new friend or anyone, goes into it with that caution up of like, what are these person's intentions, and assuming they're negative going into it, I feel like is a good thing to protect them from
real predators
who actually do want to hurt them.
I'd be curious to know your thoughts on what you think.
And again, this entire apology, this whole like, I'm taking accountability thing is laced with I am not the real predator. That's what she's trying to say, while also feigning taking accountability. It's like really pathetic, degenerate shit.
Your spirit is here to learn, because what you've had to endure
is a big learning lesson.
It's a masterclass beyond. And it has, I think, brought you to your knees. It has made you, as you said, more anxious. It's shifted your perspective. You had to take 2 years away. You haven't been online. I mean, it really kind of changed your life. So what do you think the lesson is for your soul, your being on Earth right now?
They're so...
you should fucking bag the fries. You should get a fucking job.
So many lessons. I mean, the things that I...
The wolf is crying wolf.
learned and reflected on and thought about over the last couple of years is, I mean, I'm a completely different person now in so many different ways. One is, I mean, thinking about things from other people's perspectives.
Oh, no. Oh, it's fucking happening. Oh, no, dude. It's actually no way.
Because while, you know, I might have been like, I can't believe people would say this, I'm sure everyone watching was like, why? I can't believe she's not addressing this properly. I can't believe she's, you know, they felt betrayed by me, my fans and supporters, that I wasn't addressing.
I mean, this is just like, wow, you finally came to the conclusion of the most obvious possible outcome.
This.
Wow, this is awesome. I'm so happy for you.
The appropriate way, and explaining what was going on. Like, and so I've learned to try to like look at conflict from the other person's perspective. I've also, everything that I do and everything that I say, especially as a person of influence, is I'm impacting people. And is that impact necessary, and is it good? Because sometimes you don't need to make them laugh if it's going to hurt someone along the way.
Dude, I'm not even sure she gets it now. Like, she thinks she's saying correct thing. I'm not even sold that she gets it, like, now, in current day. She's figured it out.
Like, you don't need to, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Thinking about
it's not worth it?
Long term, as someone who thinks in the here, right now, what will make people happy right now and make people like me right now.
What would make people like me right now?
It doesn't always result in good things.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
You know, thinking in the long term and how is this going to snowball and affect people?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
It's not a conflict, Colleen, it's a genocide.
Thank you! Thank you for saying what we all meant, dude. We almost went a whole fucking episode without talking about Palestine. Palestine, Palestine, Palestine.
In the future, it's a way I've never thought before, and it's something I'm still learning and working on, because it is my go-to to be like, how can I make this person happy?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like she's like, sorry you guys didn't laugh.
Right now, I just want, and that causes problems. You really need to be thinking about the other person's well-being and how it will affect them in the future.
Yeah.
And so that's something I've learned and I'm working on a lot.
It's apparent that you want to make amends, that you...
I don't feel like that's actually apparent. I disagree with Miranda here.
Are taking responsibility for the things that you have done in the past.
I heavily disagree with Miranda here.
That were not okay. And you...
I totally agree with Raven as she says, shakes her head in disapproval.
For the things that you have done in the past.
Oh, wait, no, that's approval.
That were not okay. And you've...
Never mind, I'm wrong. I just missed that.
Said, I'm sorry now, many, many times. Before being on this show, and now many times today on the show.
They're playing good cop, bad cop, and they are doing it well.
But I want to know...
Oh, no, wait.
Before being on this show, and now many times today on the show. But I want to know, have you been able to, / will you forgive yourself?
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that.
For some things, I think. But I also think I'm one of those people that, like, whatever hate comments or hate I receive, I've already thought it about myself at some point in my life. So,
Then why did you have an entire segment dedicated to reading mean comments?
I'm my biggest hater. They ain't got nothing.
No, you're not. Adam McIntyre is, to be clear.
On me. So, it's hard for me to have grace with myself and forgiveness. And I think that's why it's taken me so long to even say anything, is I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll just back away. Because I just, and that's one of the things I've learned in the last 2 years, is so much of my self-worth was based in the validation from...
Fuck you for spawning Adam McIntyre onto YouTube. You're a piece of shit. No redeeming qualities, unfunny, loser.
My fans, and making sure I was being entertaining and I was giving them what they wanted, and that was who I was as a person. So...
What's the name of the guy from Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Thank you.
Her greatest sin is giving us Adam McIntosh.
True.
Who I was as a person.
Cry.
When that was taken away, I was like,
She's ulting!
So that was a really hard lesson for me to learn, to find...
There it is!
Peace and happiness and validation, and
I just saw Keffel's
okay with myself with that.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Thank you.
Keffel's appreciated.
There's no tears yet. Yeah, I know. We can't call
My
it
wood
quite
chipper
yet.
is having a literal bitch fit right now.
There, because you can't put your entire person and your whole validation in
Do you think Raven's like, is this fucking person fake crying in front of me right now? Like, am I watching someone fake tears in front of... Thank you guys for hitting the goal. I appreciate it.
What others think of you, and that's what I was doing with my fans. I wasn't anything without that.
Do you remember earlier when I asked you what your lesson was for your soul? That, to me, is actually the answer. That the person that you are, because you've struggled with your worth, because you've struggled with your confidence, it's like when you have those questions of, am I worthy enough to be here? If you're in this industry and you show weakness, that will be eaten alive.
Yeah.
Because people prey on that.
Right.
Unfortunately, you've already kind of shown that And you deserved
And
it. Plus, I hate you. Plus, you have no redeeming qualities. Plus, you spawned in Adam McIntyre. Plus, you gave Trisha Paytas a W. Plus, fuck you.
I think your soul's journey here is to learn that you're worthy and to really find peace in yourself.
Right.
And
let Raven talk. Let Raven talk.
Say my side of things without any like expectations or
Dude, your side of things sucked and I hate you. That's that. I want to take a look at the comments here. I'm pretty interested, then we're going to get the fuck out of here. The disrespectful way they all laughed and joked through the interview while discussing grooming. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't want to... they should have done it at a fucking funeral parlor. They should have had the deacon talk about it. Actually, wait. That would be worse. Oops. My bad. I hate people.
Nicholas, the goat. I appreciate that.
Not gonna watch this,
People
but I am
prey
gonna
on
watch.
weakness.
Is this an AI
People
bot?
like Nick DeOrio.
Is this a bot? Ew, gross. It's absolutely bonkers that her takeaway from the controversies. I wish I handled the apology better. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Of course, it's her only lesson for the controversy was about the stupid ukulele and not any. Yeah, literally another one. What the actual fuck? Thank God the comments are calling them out and it's not filtered like Colleen's comments are. I'm assuming her argument is that she wasn't asking for her own sexual gratification. Such as the questions were not sexual, despite the sexual nature being explicitly inappropriate. It's so disingenuous that they referred to only to the victims as a young person. I noticed that she constantly used the word teenagers too, which isn't technically wrong, but teenagers could be 19 as well. That's kind of a minor nitpick when she was dancing around everything the entire time. It was like a recital, but that was one little thing I noticed that I didn't mention out. I'm honestly still waiting for someone to go in on the rest of her family. Their weird parasocial family vlogging channel. Yeah, I'm shocked that people haven't targeted any, because I don't know what her content is like, but family vloggers are like inherently evil, so I could definitely see that be a problem. Again, nobody cares to hear her side of the story. Oh, that's not, if that's your takeaway, you're stupid. I absolutely want to hear her side of the story, and I want to laugh about it. That's so Craven. What? I don't get Craven. Oh, Colleen Rape. Oh. You beat me to it? Is there a reference to the show I'm not getting? My favorite quote from the whole thing was underage man. Did they say underage? The underage man?